Welcome, everyone, to the final episode of Trails in the Sky, second chapter, and for the foreseeable future, the final episode of Trails in the Sky. There is technically a third game in this series, but for various reasons, it is not super likely that we'll play it. It's also not really necessary to play it in order to understand anything that happens in later games. So this is probably the last we will see of this set of characters for quite a while. It's been quite a journey. Austin and I'm here with Austin and Mo. Say hello.
Hello.
Hi.
And do you guys have any last second predictions for how it's gonna end?
I mean, I kind of know how it ends.
Mm-hmm.
To an extent. So I
Like, are there...
don't.
Okay.
It would be unfair of me to sit there and be like, well, here's my prediction, knowing full well what it is. I actually don't. Well, I think
I think
all
there's
the
a
big
decent number
twists.
of individual characters whose fate you wouldn't know just from later games, necessarily.
It does kind of jump back and revisit a few, at least in passing, at the end of Cold Steel 4. But aside from that, yeah, I probably have no fucking idea what happens to Zin. Even though he is mentioned at the end of Cold Steel 4. And Reen is just sitting there like while I think it's Mueller and someone else are having a conversation about Zin and Kilika, and Reen just sort of sits there like, I have no
Dissociating.
idea who that is. Yeah.
All right, well, in that case, Mo, what are your predictions, if any?
They're gonna crash the big ship, is what I think.
The whole floating island, or the Glorious?
The Glorious. I think that they're going to crash or destroy or maybe hijack the Glorious. And in regards to the floating island, I think it's just gonna crash into the lake and they're gonna forget about it and we'll never hear about it again.
Mm-hmm.
They double crash it. They crash the ship into the island and then the island into the earth.
I know we've made lots of jokes about how no one dies in Trails. Mo, do you have any wild predictions of no one dies except for character X?
Okay. Usually it seems like parents who die. Who has kids?
Who still has
Well,
parents?
Cassius
has
Bright is
parents?
still alive.
Well, yeah, Cassius Bright can't die because then he can't show up and save the day every time. Robbing us of agency.
Yeah. Chloe has a grandmother and an uncle.
Oh, I wish Duke Dunan would die, but something
Dunan
gives
has
me
a
the
heroic
feeling.
sacrifice.
Yeah, he makes it. I don't think anyone will die because I don't believe that the Trails games have the balls to do that. It happens off screen or in someone's past.
Okay. And
Yeah.
does that apply to, in your mind, does that apply to both the protagonist and the antagonist in this scenario?
I 100% believe that they are not killing any antagonists.
We gotta bring them back. They're so good.
That's fair. I mean, I guess I did already spoil Luciola canonically alive, so really, where do you go from there?
Yeah.
All right.
Like,
And then they were like, oh, Walter, he's unconscious.
yeah, if anyone was gonna die, these 2-bit nobodies should have died, and they're okay. So Dr. Weissman is totally making out alive. Maybe he'll get his arm ripped off and he'll come back with a robo arm. That feels on brand. Yeah.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Oh, do we think that Mo, do we think that Weissman is going to Final Fantasy Flesh Pillar at the end?
Uh, no, I don't think so. I haven't really seen anything that would suggest that to me. I only think he's gonna show up with a robot that's bigger and better than everyone else's, and also it plays music because he's dramatic.
Welcome, everyone! Welcome to the home of all that is sacred. I put the organ on player mode.
See?
Joshua!
Bees.
You passed the final trial. Excellent, excellent. Be proud. You are worthy to be present for the resurrection of the Shining Ring, the Oriole. Yeah, not interested in that at all, thanks. I'm here to put a stop to all this stupid weirdness. And I'm here to get Joshua back. Ah, yes. Sadly, I'm afraid that won't be happening. What do you mean, Joshua? Hey! No matter how you try to deny it, the truth remains. Joshua's mind is little more than a construct. The stigma on his shoulder is proof. Proof that he is of Ouroboros, that he is my possession, much like the many Tier 1 subs Disarder just gifted in chat. Oh, I actually did receive one. Let me thank real quick.
Oh.
Hey Mo, turn your volume down just a smidge. You're echoing in the background.
Thank you for the gift sub, Disarder. How dare you? That was my gift sub! Perhaps if Joshua had somehow erased the stigma of his own will, he could have found release. But alas, he never managed to get that far. It would be best if I kept him as a research subject for a bit longer.
Such unbelievable evil.
You really are as much of a monster as they say.
Goodness me! Such insults. And how impotent they are. You see, I suspect Joshua realized very quickly what the stigma on his shoulder meant. Surely he knew something like this exact situation would occur. Yet, he never breathed a word of his troubles to any of you, did he? Not even a whisper. And conversely, none of you were sensitive enough to notice his pain. What power these bonds of yours have! What complete, earth-shaking potential! But come now, there's no need for long faces. You have been granted the privilege of being here for this glorious moment. All that remains now is to make the correct choice. Privilege? Choice? What are you going on about? Perhaps I should start from the very beginning. How much do you know, I wonder? About this city, and the events that occurred here with the Oriole nearly 1,200 years before our time.
So that's the Oriole.
It most certainly is. One of the ultimate artifacts, capable of producing literally endless power and shaping miracles with it. But the ancients sealed it away despite its limitless, science-shattering potential. Why do you think they would do such a thing? Well? You were too busy struggling with what was before you to bother learning anything, I suppose. Well then, allow me to play the role of professor once more and elucidate the truth of the matter. Millennia ago, Idios of the Sky granted humanity the 7 treasures. For brevity's sake, we'll say each one utilized a facet of reality in order to manifest miracles in their own way. Humanity split into...
Gem.
Humanity split into 7 factions, each centered around a treasure to pursue an ideal based on the powers of the given treasure. One such ideal was this: Liber Arc, a city in the sky with the Oriole at its center. A paradise, removed from the troubles of the ground, where each man's gospel could grant any wish through that Oriole. Mankind lived a bountiful life here, absolutely free of strife. Over time, however, people's lives were swallowed up in the artificial bliss granted to them by the Oriole. Not just physical ecstasy, but even dreams were provided by the Oriole. Jello Apocalypse is rating with 268 viewers!
Oh, hell yeah.
Excuse me.
My
False
God.
realities granted by people long seeking spiritual fulfillment. The people of Liber Arc, dependent on miracles that were all but a narcotic, began treading the path to annihilation. The Ark's inhabitants lost all sense of ambition and ethics, and slid into madness and despair. Birth rates dropped catastrophically, while suicide and bizarre crime ran rampant, and the whole of society walked the path to a slow demise. But the Oriole passed no judgment on these people. It merely granted the miracles asked of it. And so the shining jewel of the sky became a den of evil and chaos. This was the situation Celeste Oslis and her conspirators faced over 1,000 years ago. They built the seal and the device towers, even as they fought off the guardians of the Oriole, which it sent forth to save itself. And at last, they sealed not just the Oriole, but the entire city in another dimension. That's what happened 1,200 years ago?
I never would have imagined.
I will grant that the elder Oslises did quite well given the circumstances. Also, hello, Jello. Let us know when
Yeah,
you've
I've been
joined.
here.
Okay. But think for a moment. The cost of Celeste's victory was humanity being cast forth into a land of chaos, forced to start again from nearly nothing. Think of all the suffering man endured then, and endures now, as man savages one another with endless petty wars. Can it truly be said that she made the right decision? Well, on the other hand, we have gained, or regained, orbal technology, and once again live bountiful, easy lives. At this rate, only 2 ends are possible. Either we continuously seek to dominate one another, and, unable to control ourselves, obliterate each other in an orgy of conflict. Or, like the people of old, we sink into narcotic self-pleasure, let automated systems run the world, and live as farm animals. Either
Please.
either physical or mental.
Cassius Bright bursts in. Finally!
I'll take it.
Either physical or mental annihilation awaits. There is but one single path for humanity if it wishes to survive. The beasts of mankind must be led to the point where they obtain the 2 things required for true, enlightened sentience. A flawless rationality, capable of resisting any temptation and unswayed by even the fiercest circumstances. And peerless intelligence, ever capable of finding the correct solution, unmoved by crude emotion. This is the true goal of the gospel plan, to do what even the ancients could not, to advance our minds to what they should be.
You're actually serious.
What madness.
I would so appreciate it if you would not look at me as if I were a megalomaniacal lunatic.
You know how like wiki pages have like one quote at the top of their character page? I know it's a huge spoiler for this character, but I would love it if that was his quote.
Yes.
Or like sometimes they'll have two, so it's that one, and then underneath it is plays pipe organ.
Man cannot help but change and reform through fear when confronted with something beyond his imagining. In that sense, what better tool exists to drive evolution forward than the Oriole? I will guide mankind onto the correct path to salvation with this great treasure from Idios. That is my duty as one of the Anguis. My duty to Ouroboros and its master. Boy, I bet you're a real hit at parties. Not.
Whoa. No sold it. Nice.
Oh? Worm? A flawless rationality capable of resisting any temptation and unswayed by even the fiercest circumstances. Peerless intelligence, ever capable of finding the correct solution, unmoved by crude emotion. What's the point of any of that? It seems someone was sleeping during the lecture. As I said, mankind faces annihilation through either conflict or mental entropy. The only way we can— No, I heard the lecture just fine. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm trying to say is, isn't there something we can do about the problems you described if we know they exist? It's like Joshua said to Louve, we aren't completely powerless. They might not be guided by flawless, peerless whatever, but everyone's working together to get through the crisis going on right now.
Sorry, someone in chat says, who even needs to listen to this geek when he probably posted it all on his Twitter? Can you imagine that monologue as a tweet?
Just like 80 replies to self.
And he has an anime avatar.
Yeah. He's also, he disables, he has it set so only
his icon.
Yeah. Only his followers can reply.
Yeah.
His bio has offense is only taken, not given.
God.
I've gone
Weissman, you're a libertarian.
I've gone all across Liberal, and I've seen it with my own eyes. Don't you think we're capable of getting along just fine without some kind of forceful grand transformation? Really now? Eking out survival by flocking together is how beasts and insects live. Is that really all you have to offer on the potential of humanity as it stands now? Is there anything else I need to offer? Is there a problem with being the same? I mean, we're living beings too, you know? And heck, aren't I just talking about the strength of life? What? I don't think people are just animals, of course. I just think that living honestly, with that spark of life from others as your driving force, that's what it means to live. People don't need to be omnipotent super beings or whatever you want them to be. People just need to be aware of one another and help each other out. And you know what? I bet the people who sealed the Oriole away in the first place felt the same way. I mean, sure, making miracles mundane and relying on nothing but them is really bad by itself. But the biggest problem there, more than anything, is that it makes it so there's no point in knowing or helping each other. That's awful.
You're right.
A man can only be a man because it's others who make the man. You nailed it, Estelle.
Huh. Still sticking to the mutual assistance argument and invoking the power of human bonds, of all things. I would ask you to read a history book before saying such nonsense, Miss Bright.
Weissman
An Erebonian one,
lives.
perhaps? As an example. Yeah, go ahead.
Blocks Estelle and then is so mad he screen caps her argument and just starts yelling at her on an account she can't see. Look at this idiot! Someone in chat also said he unironically has that light Yagami sobbing anime avatar.
As an example, Consider the overpowering, nation-crushing machine called war. Is man not only capable of being ground beneath its treads? Absolutely not! In the middle of the biggest war in Liberal's history, my mother gave her life to save mine. And because of that, I chose the path of a bracer. And now, look at me. I'm here to stop the crisis you caused and prevent another war from breaking out. All thanks, in the end, to my mother. Hell, I'd say you just made my point for me. People are not powerless. Not against anything. You're quite good at trite answers, if nothing else. You really seriously believe people are powerless? And you've really convinced yourself humanity can only be saved by you turning us into emotionless super beings? Then that makes you really pathetic, I think. What? I mean, that'd mean you've never known the joy of trusting someone or helping them. To think that your only smug satisfaction comes from watching people struggle. That's too sad. But even if I feel sorry for you, I am a bracer. I can't ignore the fact that you're getting a lot of people involved in your little pity party. Sorry, but I'm afraid we're gonna have to stop you. By force. You ignorant little girl. How dare you talk to me like that? Very well, then. The professor would like it for you to prove your theory.
Oh, right, I forgot this game has a professor in it, too.
What? Oh!
His evil eye! Ah, damn!
What? Do be patient for a moment, everyone. I promise this will be quite a show. What are you planning, Weissman? Joshua, forward.
Yeah, okay.
Joshua, no! Come, Miss Bright. Do show me. You claim humanity can stand against forces larger than it? Show me proof you can stand against despair. That's right. All along, this has been a Danganronpa spin-off.
Allow me to show you my long pigtails I've been hiding. Uh-oh.
Oh no. Is this Joshua good and never misses?
Miss!
God. Oh, wow.
You know, if you had a proxy puppet, you could have,
Joshua? Oh, quite an impressive move. Leaving him with the Divine Blade for a while seems to have paid off nicely. It does always feel good to see a product of one's craft honed to an even finer edge. You awful... And now for the climax to our little show. Joshua, seize her. No!
Okay. The cell!
And thus, the strength of humanity proves to be nothing more than a house of cards before a hurricane. But I am an academic, after all. I do understand the necessity of proof. So we'll all have Joshua provide the final test. What? What indeed? It will be a simple experiment. I am going to have Joshua end your life. Once you are dead by his hand, I will break his hypnosis and return him to his senses. No! You can't! Oh, I do wonder what kind of expression Joshua will have on seeing you dead at his feet. Doesn't it just get your blood pumping? Don't even think about it! If you do that, Joshua would... he'd... Yes, this time his heart may just be crushed to powder. If that happens, however, all I need to do is construct him a new persona, and then I can offer him the chance to become human yet again and observe the results. I can hardly wait. Stop! Stop! It's too cruel! Isn't it? Now, come, Joshua. End her.
Okay. Miss.
Yes.
Joshua. I'm sorry. I said I wouldn't die. I promised I'd walk with you.
Joshua, please, no.
But I believe in you. Joshua, don't give in. Don't run away from reality. Even if I die.
To be honest, if you did die, I'm not sure I could face reality.
Bees?
What?
Oh yeah, that's checkmate!
Joshua?
Sorry, Estelle. I just blew my S-craft on you, and so I'm all out of SP. I didn't mean to scare you like that.
What is SP?
What? What? This is absurd. He can't possibly have reclaimed his will with the... Wait. The stigma! What happened to the stigma on your shoulder?
Oh, yeah, that. The stigma you carved into my flesh and mind is gone. Thanks to you, it has been shattered.
Hell yeah.
But how?
I just wiped that shit off with some soap. I had a hypnotic wedge of sorts jammed into the stigma, keyed to a particular command.
Could you turn your volume up a smidge, Austin?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, Austin and Mo, you're both very quiet for me.
Sorry.
Let me try this. All right. I've been poking at the wedge on my own since then, getting it ready to shatter the stigma the instant someone put pressure on it.
What? You? What now?
A wedge. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to keep our promise the way things were going. So I asked Kevin for a little hypnotic assistance after we crashed.
Kevin?
Guilty as charged. Honestly, I wasn't even sure what to make of his crazy plan at first. If he'd bet wrong, I dread to think what could have ended up happening. So, hey! Good job beating the odds there, Jay. Thank you, Kevin.
Well, not what I expected, but I'm not gonna complain. Father Graham, was it? I thought you were just a fledgling little squire, but it seems I underestimated your bag of cute tricks. A mistake I'll not repeat.
I say it's more the guidance of Idios than anything. I guess I really shouldn't expect you to get it, what with you turning your back on the faith and all. Besides, it wasn't really my idea to start with. Someone else gave Joshua the idea and I just ran with it.
What? Who else? No! Cassius Bright! Damn you!
You know my
Dad? Oh, the letter he gave you before we got on the Arsail.
Yes, that was why he wanted to make sure only I read the letter, just in case anyone was listening in. I suspect your best chance of breaking the curse lies in Father Kevin's hands. How to use that key is a decision that must be yours alone to make. You know how he does. Win your freedom by predicting what Weissman will do.
That's just like General Bright.
Oh, for crying out Dad could have dropped me a hint about this at least.
Honestly, I'd been worried about it for a long time. I kept wondering what you would make me do if you took control of me again. And so, knowing you, I decided to bet everything on one idea. That you couldn't possibly resist ordering me to do the one thing I feared the most. And sure enough, you ordered it. And that broke the stigma. I'm finally completely free of you.
Joshua! You foolish little child! If you had just obeyed me, you could have aspired to such heights! I could have advanced you in ways you cannot even dream of!
Much like how Estelle turned you down once, I really have no interest in any of that. Besides, if I've learned anything in this whole journey, it's that one's path in life isn't given by someone else. Unless that someone is Cassius Bright. It's something you find with others as you search for it, no matter how dark your surroundings.
Absurd! The history of man is stained with the blood of fools who tried finding your path. Without a guiding light to shine on that road, they shall remain lost.
You're wrong. We use the light that we give each other, that we each give off to find our way together. That is how we found our way here, through all your cynical traps.
That's right. Oh, you do like your speeches, don't you, you shambling wreck of an enforcer? Show me, then. Show me this light you claim will guide you through the darkness. And I shall show you in turn. The blinding light of a loyal servant of the Grand Master. The power of the Faceless, one of the Anguis. Bring it on!
The one being blinded here is you!
Do you like his battle theme?
Really good job through that whole scene, Aram.
Thank you.
I know.
The part of the reason I was like, I know I can show up late is because I was like, well, Weissman has to give his dissertation for 40 minutes, so I tried to start playing late and early enough to finish it. We played for 6 hours. We did finish it. Did not care for the ending at all.
I'm not that surprised.
Yeah.
Get him.
Not enough yet.
No, you have dialogue?
Is that like a...
That's the only skill in the game that blocks arts, actually. I think it either has 1 or 2 stacks, so we should be able to knock it off with 1 or 2 all hitting arts.
You.
Run no more.
Yeah, I got my SP back.
Hell yeah.
Oh, wow. No, that just fucked him up.
Not enough yet.
Oh, it also heals, apparently.
Oh, it also
but not that
heals
much.
them. Gross.
Like 1,000. Okay, yeah, it's more than 1 stack. Well, see ya.
Oh, bye.
Yep, see, vanishes in this game.
He's the only one
Just
who
for
does
the
it.
last boss.
Let's
Yep.
see.
I imagine it was like an idea and they decided they really liked it. And they were like, we're not going to leave that on Weissman. The ending was very gay, but unfortunately also very bad. Could have been gayer.
And could have been less bad.
Let's see. Do we unstack?
Now, does
I
this
would-
vanish work like regular vanish, where they will come back after a while?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would probably just down Zerum powders and just have Joshua ult over and over again. No reason not
Yeah,
to.
that's a good idea. It's a good
Yeah,
idea.
you saved them all up, and so
I am kind of curious how many stacks this shield lasts for. So I'm gonna try a little more with these, but let's see if he keeps casting it. Oh, this is his S-craft, I think.
Oh,
That this is me.
that's right.
Welcome
I
to
brought
Tron
my virtual
Gygus.
boy.
Come, squirm for me.
Oh,
Yeah, no, it's not very good.
yeah, that's
It's
actually
nothing
a
compared to
pretty
Lube's,
shit
that's for
S-craft.
fucking sure.
Why? Pop the Chloe.
Yeah.
Weissman is definitely harder than the boss of the final boss of the previous game. He's still very easy.
He's
The final
definitely
boss in the previous game was just a dumb robot.
It was,
right?
yes. It was a
Yeah.
dumb robot that we spammed Earthwall the whole fight and basically never took damage.
Right, right.
Let's see.
Can someone explain Vanish to me? Vanish removes your character from battle for a number of turns.
Oh,
And there he
perfectly
is,
timed,
back.
so Kevin gets it. I'm the
Ah,
best.
nice.
Wow, nice. And then they come back after a while. So it's kind of like
It's
mechanically
almost
it has the same effect as like a death or a petrify, except you
Yeah.
literally can't do anything to them. And also, it looks like they lose all of their magic, basically.
Yeah, it removes all your EP, which is kind of a pisser.
Yeah, that's rough for 7.
Okay, there go the Blingles.
Goodbye, Blink.
My blingles!
Damn you!
Yeah,
And we start chugging Zerum.
after our Path of Radiance playthrough, I was like, I'm gonna have a hard time not hearing certain characters as my friends voice acting them, and unfortunately, Aram, I'm afraid you are my headcanon Weissman now, which, like, good job, but also it's the worst angle.
Get fucko. Oh, never mind.
Oh, you've got that Earth. Oh, you've got that Earthwall shit. I fucking hate that.
Ah, this is starting to suck. I don't like this. Get him.
Also, for anyone sticking around from the end of my latent stream, do you three want to introduce yourselves if anyone has
Oh,
never been
sure.
on this channel before?
Yeah.
Hi. I get to go first. Awesome. No.
That's fine. Go.
Hi, I'm Aram. I'm the one playing this game. I am a player and sometimes GM on some of the TTRPGs we run on this channel. Nice to meet you. Thanks for stopping by. And I hope you will be entertained.
I'm
Oh,
Austin.
well, you
Welcome
showed
to
me. What? I'm over. I learned this trick from Blue Blanc. Ah, fuck!
Where'd you pick that up?
here!
I
Now I am over
watching
here.
You, Joshua. Hi, I'm Austin. I also run some of the TTRPGs over on this channel, and also welcome to the last episode double feature.
Yeah. Oh, my.
Gitmo.
What a shock. To think that you would be so damn tenacious.
You
Hey,
would have used more Zerum powder
Professor.
on Nuve.
about time you dropped that holier-than-thou act.
Your confidence drains away because you know this is the end, don't you?
Pathetic. You haven't even realized you're standing on your graves. What? Ah!
Weissman, what are you doing?
I had intended to offer it to the Grandmaster like this, but I must change my plans. It's time you realize just what it means to oppose me.
Please transform into a giant robot, please.
Someone don't no Mo. Someone in chat. Wow, does he remind me of Christoph Gavin? Yeah.
It's pretty much the exact same voice that I would do for Christoph Gavin if I were voicing him. What in the...
He wouldn't. Oh no. No. Don't fuse with the Oreo, you heretical maniac!
Can't hear you, too busy fusing like a heretic.
Damn it!
Why is that something he can do?
Oh,
Ah,
we did it!
I believe
Ah!
someone bet against the flesh pillar!
Ha!
It was me. Oh.
How's that even...
It can't be. What has he done to himself?
Oh, what have I done to myself?
Oh
This
god,
hurts
this
so
is
much.
terrible! Yes! This is terrible!
I can't even move like this! What is this? This overwhelming power can barely stand.
Oh, this sensation! Even better than I'd imagined. Shall we experiment then? The power of apotheosis, unflinching reason, indomitable intellect, guiding humanity to the future.
In this moment, I am euphoric.
I don't even remember if what we do in this, if we get to keep buffs from this
Doesn't
phase.
fucking matter.
I don't.
I can't
If I
believe-
can
Just
start the
crack Zerum powder. and-
No. You'll
No.
you'll see what's up in a second.
Oh,
we
he's
can't
got
damage
another form?
him right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm
one
gonna
of
do
those.
this. I'm gonna buff just in case we actually get to keep these in the real fight, but I'm skeptical we will. Well, you never
Yeah,
know.
I would maybe like. You might have to. I don't know what the.
Oh, never
trigger
mind. I
is.
think he just kills us.
No, I think
Nope. Okay.
no. It's
No.
just to
Oh, no.
survive. Yeah, it's like oh, he's so powerful.
Oh, he did the same amount of damage.
There! A lesson learned, I think. A lesson in real power. This is nuts! Our attacks aren't hitting him at all, I theorize.
I think you got really lucky, and I guess that battle just goes on until he uses that craft, and he just used it right away. So
He's got some kind of barrier up. But if it's negating even our arts and our best techniques, theoretically.
Learn, children. The Oriole is the treasure of space. One of
That's
its
right,
very,
7 more steering
very
wheels.
many powers is forming an absolute barrier incomparable to simple orbal arts. You cannot even touch me. Ah!
The evil eye again! Weissman, let them go.
Those eyes. Magnificent. You may be a wreck of an enforcer, but oh, what a waste it would be to kill you. I would much prefer to etch another stigma into the depths of your mind. Just as before, I'll give you a renewed sense of hope, then tear it out by the roots and leave you writhing. Nothing pleases me more than to see that shift in your expression from hope to despair. I do so look forward to it.
I can't believe this. Forget bad. I guess that no, that is Luve.
Yeah.
Forget bad taste. The only word for you at this point is sick.
Who?
Juve. I found a robot.
Oh!
Wait, no, hang on. Why are you playing this music?
Move it!
Why is it? Wait, what, should I not be here?
Whoa, hold on. I don't like this.
Wait, I'm reconsidering if the.
I suppose I should have finished you off. Though really, Luve, what are you planning on doing? Not even your dragon can break through the Oriole's barrier.
I'm only a distraction for the real hero.
Austin, I told you I liked the end of this game. If that's what happened, I wouldn't like it. I suppose I can't. I did have a question for you, though, Weissman. Just how involved were you in Hummel?
Wait, what?
Now, what a thing to accuse me of. That was purely the fault of the Empire's hawks, no? Why would you ever think I would be involved?
Because you're a snake. You appear before people in their moments of weakness and whisper plans into their ears that lead to their destruction. And in doing so, you achieve your goals without ever dirtying your belly. That's just your way of doing things.
No. Would he?
The ringleaders of the Hawks were nothing more than political losers who had nowhere else to go. There were quite a few questions I couldn't answer at first, but if even the war 10 years ago was part of your plan, then it occurred to me. Everything made sense.
I see. I can't wait for this to be possibly somewhat made non-canon by Cold Steel 3, but shrug.
It's fine. It's basically one of the only good plot elements of the Cold Steel franchise.
It is-
We'll allow it.
It is largely as you surmise. What? Of course, really all I did was introduce them to a band of Jaeger dropouts I knew, and put the name Hamel in their ears. Just doing that was enough to push things to war in the blink of an eye. Simply one more testament to the sinful nature of men.
What you've done is unforgivable, you monster.
One more sin for the pile, huh?
I think I'm gonna be sick.
I see. Essentially as I thought then.
You're taking this rather well. Personally, I was hoping you'd be a bit more resentful.
Have you forgotten? I've long since learned to stay my anger. However, you knocked me out from behind back there. That is an insult the Blade Lord cannot abide. That alone I shall be paying back in full.
What?
Aye. Yeah!
Absurd. Absurd! The Oriole's barrier is absolute. It cannot be harmed by... Wait. That sword. Of course!
Yes, the sword granted to me by the Grand Master. Just like your staff, it's a demon sword forged through the divergent laws.
Careless
Don't
of
ask
me.
questions, Mo. There are no good answers.
Curse
I
you!
just feel like they brought it up.
Get
just out of
away!
nowhere.
Get away, you insect! Ah!
Oh. Too late. Owie.
The idea that McBurn gave him that
No!
sword is being a real possibility. Movie!
Forget about me. I'm eating goldfish. God damn it, I thought I was dead. Your path is clear. Strike him down.
Louve, can I have some of those goldfish?
You dare withhold goldfish from one such as I? No matter. The absolute barrier is but a trifle of the Oriole's power. Boom!
Ew.
I shall bring forth its full force, and let you savor the despair.
Oh, you want to talk despair? Well, here we go.
Okay, you, as a bracer, as a citizen of Liberl, and more than anything, as a human being, I'm taking you down.
Weissman, this is the end.
I definitely would have had Estelle's line there be the one that leads into the battle, not
Yeah.
Joshua's.
He just pulled out a titty. and
I like the
decided-
unique battle animation lead in.
Yeah. All right.
What's this debate music that they got?
Yeah, it is a little bit like that, isn't it?
I remember this background like making me almost throw up as this battle goes on.
Mm.
Hang on, I just want to check. Okay, yeah, no elemental weaknesses, as I assumed.
And so they're not gonna explain what a demon sword is in this game?
That's Mo. I don't ask questions.
The explanation isn't satisfying even when it is explained, sorta. But it's exactly what you think it is.
Okay, so I only have the context from this game. I don't know what a demon sword is, and I don't know what it could be.
I haven't played as much of these games as Austin, but if you're getting excited and thinking demon sword like it's sentient and has a blinking eyeball, that's not it. There's just like another plane of existence in Trails. Oh, well, don't say anything, Austin.
666 health.
They
Which is useless.
there's another there's like another dimension that like certain demon shit is from. They kind of mentioned it that the Oriole was like in another dimension, and there's like extra planar shit going on, and that's a lot of the magic that's like ancient. So essentially, because they were higher ups, Weissman had a magic stick and Luve had a magic sword. And
Essentially, because they were high, Ouroboros decided to open the other dimension.
Yeah, they did
Ouroboros
DMT.
doesn't need to be high to do that.
That doesn't stop them though. They did some DMT and met some extra planar beings who gave them gifts.
I am trying to decipher my feelings on this nth hour turn being very important to them defeating Weissman. I'm processing still.
I think they just wanted to bring Luve back in so he could be like, remember, I'm Luve. And then so they could kill him.
Mhm.
They wouldn't do that. Kill Luve? No, I don't believe it.
You're right, he doesn't have a single death flag on him anywhere.
No.
I mean, really,
Normally in Trails, the amount of death flags a character has no bearing whatsoever on whether they live or die.
Yeah.
neither does being dead, usually. Honestly, Luve should be honored to be like the only Trails character who dies on screen and stays that way.
Yeah.
Fucking way. Luve gets it? This is shit.
I mean, in fairness, like, what's Luve gonna do from here
What's he
on
gonna
out?
do, Vey?
I don't know. What's Luciola gonna do? I don't. You could kill Walter and Luciola, and would anything really change? But they chose
I mean,
not.
I was under the impression Luciola did die until one of either Austin or Aram were like, guess what? And I was like, why did you tell me that?
You were so happy and blissful
Just-
in your ignorance, and then they took it from you. They took it.
She just flies away, quits Ouroboros, and is like, alright, well, I guess I'm just gonna do nothing now.
Maybe she opens up another circus. And
I should really be... I'm doing a bad job of using the crit turns so far, but it's okay.
Just give Oh, okay. I was gonna say again, just give Zerum shit to Joshua and then have him use it.
Yeah, I actually just straight up forgot that it existed in the intervening time. Yeah, I'll do that. Estelle's gonna be the Zerum bot, probably. Her and Kevin will be Zeruming and Earthwalling. Let's see. Oop.
Okay.
Oh, alright, sorry.
Sorry, that was just... I accidentally knocked over my wind chimes.
I'm still getting used to this whole body thing. Not totally sure what's going on and what's
I
where.
never thought it would be so difficult to not clearly have a face.
Yeah, I can see you out of like 4 different spots, and I'm still trying to figure out like where all of those are. I actually have no idea what I look like. Do I look cool at least?
Not
No,
really.
Not really.
Ah,
crap.
damn.
Can you describe it?
like the front part of a hermit crab, but without the shell.
Oh,
And yeah, it's
got
kind of
like
like big mole claws.
I doubt
or
I
something
can
in
stat
front.
down him, but I just realized I should
got
try.
like a weird vagina face sort of thing going on.
Well, that
Yeah.
was a given.
Oh yes, no, I thought that was happening.
What is the location of the vagina face? I mean, the vagina.
Like right where you would think it would be. Well, I don't have legs, so I'm not entirely sure where that is.
The
Maybe,
bottom part.
maybe like the knee equivalent. Oh, okay. Yes, I can actually see out of that. So yes.
See that might make us a little scared, but you've got these big like googly eyes above, like on either side of the vagina, as though there's some sort of predator you need to scare off by having like fake eyes on you.
Yeah, no, I actually can't see out of those at all. So that's probably exactly what these are. Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Experiment complete.
Just turns
I will
back
now-
and leaves. Doesn't even keep fighting them.
The last scene with Weissman in this game is my favorite scene in the franchise. It is very good.
That's pretty fucking rad.
Oh, right, yeah, Weissman wouldn't die, of course not. He's just
Well,
like,
we need to see Weissman and Luciola kiss, finally.
Yeah, that's what we've been waiting for. Alright, let me try this shit real quick. Oh, you just
Nope.
blocked it? Okay, alright then.
All right, so we didn't really finish describing you got the vagina, and then at some point above the vagina, you've got like, oh, did you ever have those like old Lego alien sets where they had these like, they were like a upper torso, half epaulet,
Like
half
a-
torso armor thing? It's like
Is
that.
a little dome piece that you plot. Oh
Okay.
yes, I know what you're talking about. Yes,
Okay.
that feels like it might be my brain. Oh,
Okay.
It's not
Thank you.
guarded
Then-
very well.
On top
but
of that-
who could reach it?
You've got a big Legend of Zelda eyeball looking down at us. And then above that, you have straight up just a mecha head from like a Divine Knight.
Wait, that's my head? Holy
It
shit,
looks
wow.
like a head.
Oh, all this time I thought I was speaking out of my vagina.
I genuinely don't know. Yeah, your vagina face kind of looks a little nearish.
Yes. I can see
And then-
out of the top eyes, but honestly, they're not doing much for me. I can't, like, you're all entirely too close. I can't actually see you with those eyes.
I think I just gave birth. What do my children look like?
Well, if you turn a little bit, I'm sure you could see them with your vagina eyes.
Your,
You'd
Oh,
think
yes.
that.
your
Yes.
vagina eyes.
Yes. Oh, that's like a plant or something. Yeah, kinda. It's like the birth child between a missile and a plant.
I
It's
love
also-
to imagine that Joshua is carrying on this conversation with him and everyone else is beating him to death, but like they're just talking.
Yeah, everyone. Joshua's just saying all of this in between S-crafts. He's just like, all right. Oh yes, I see it now. I'm upside down now, and I can see it just fine.
And then behind the Divine Knight head, you've got like a big. It's almost like one of those old-timey Thunder God rings, kind of evoking that, but it's like a kind of floral petals of flesh thing going on.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes. I can feel those a little bit, kind of like
I-
arms. But
You
they
said
don't
I
move
didn't-
very much.
You said I didn't look cool? This sounds like it could be cool. Yeah, it sounds like that.
Yeah, maybe if your color scheme were a little better. Ah, shit. That blows, man.
Yeah, it's like all silver, like silver armor, and then underneath it is kind of, I don't know, rusty red brown flesh tubes,
Well, that
muscles.
doesn't sound too bad.
I mean, it's not
I
the
mean,
worst.
It's not terrible, but like as far as like flesh pillar monsters go, you could be doing that. Oh,
Oh, hey, you hit one of us. Congrats, man.
all right. Well then. Shit. Oh god, I'm almost out of HP.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
should have
we've been-
probably picked a different Septarian to fuse with. This one's not that good.
Shit. Are you fucking kidding me? This is some shit, man.
Yeah,
Can't believe that this.
that Joshua ult for the crit
Oh, and then
if you need it.
oh, Chloe finishes me off. Huh?
Hell yeah.
Nope.
Oh no!
Wow, that was the
left.
critical, huh?
You
Ah, he
fuck.
had 400 health. Ah, well. Well, spoilers,
Yeah.
he has a second form, so I'm gonna heal real quick, and then I'll kill him.
Yes. It is
I wonder if it's cooler than this.
Good, thank God. I was this.
All right, we'll
this-
try this again.
Yeah, this has felt very cocoonish to me, so I feel like there's something coming next.
I mean, yeah, a vagina would make you think that.
Yeah.
The So this is the Septarian of space, right? Like you should be able to make physically whatever you want. You'd think that.
Yeah, I should be able to just make you all constantly miss.
Your tenacity is both impressive and frustrating. Frustrating, you see, for it is pointless. Behold now the infinite power of the oh fuck, what the fuck? What is the Oriole? It's grass!
Oh no.
The floor is heart-shaped!
It's blooming.
That looks great.
Oh yeah, my final form is one of Walter's tapeworms.
Glug! No more of your snide comments. I've got a real face now to go with my vajooter.
I mean,
I've got
I
wings
guess.
bursting out of my eyes now. All right, here
okay,
we go.
all right. That's not bad. That's a little better.
That's better. Okay.
Oh,
You've
you got some
arms
eyes,
going
you got some-
now. Okay.
See, the color really makes it. I love the wings.
Angel?
Like being hit in the face with raw heresy.
Looks like he's really starting to lose it. Come on, guys, take him down and let's get back to Louve.
I'm fine.
go.
Well, actually, I ran out of goldfish. I'm sorry, Joshua.
I'm not fine. I'm
guys.
starving.
Yeah, this was the background that made me
Oh yeah,
laugh.
this is
Oh,
very.
yeah, this is
Oh, please don't do that.
I closed my eyes. I do not see it.
Yeah, actually, it doesn't fucking matter what you do. This hurts to look at no matter
Yeah.
what.
Yeah, so
Alright,
this,
you got
is,
some little
this is for
donuts.
this is for real the actual final battle, and you'll note his HP, a cool 99,999.
All right, this is way better. Yeah. Yeah, no, just universally, like, much better.
Shame you lost the vagina, though.
Mm.
Bigger. Yeah, but look at the penis I got.
Oh.
I don't know. I mean,
Is that a penis? Is that what that is?
that's what my penis looked like before I fused.
That's what I feel like it is. That's what it
Why do you-
feels like.
Why do you think I'm so upset and mean all the time?
Oh no, that's bad. Weissman. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Wait, did he only do like 1,000 damage to
Yeah,
the...
Weissman buffed his defense.
Boy.
Yeah, this fight takes a
Ooh.
while. It's not
That's
good.
nice.
He's actually
crap,
got he's
huh?
actually got
Alright.
elemental attributes, huh? What's your deal right now? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's only
There
vulnerable
we
to
go.
one element at a time, but he's super vulnerable to it. Interesting.
I think that took me a while to figure out. You can guess why.
Because you were too busy vomiting from the background.
Partially, yeah.
I'll
Oh,
try not to
Aaron,
use.
don't do
Yeah, I'll
that.
try not to use turbo. Wee woo.
My ultimate ability. You have relied on Turbo this entire adventure. Now it will make you vom.
I'm just going to assume,
All yours.
based off of previous implications, that Jello's copy of Trail's second chapter had no form of UI whatsoever in battle. And that's why it took so long.
Oh my god.
Well, I can't damage him with anything other than fire right now, but I still need to kill these little. Actually, I might be able to. He might still be vulnerable to the higher elements. Let me see if I can get him with a little white Gehenna action. Oh no!
Interesting sound. Boing, boing.
Yes, actually. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll just keep that in mind.
All right.
That did about as much as Joshua's S-Craft.
Speaking of, now he's got that choice strength buff.
Okay, that was better. Only
I do really
about-
like the BGM in this fight, I'll say.
Yeah, it's better than the last one.
Couldn't tell you why. It doesn't really leave an impression on me. I'm just
That last
like,
one was kind of weird. Oh, there we go.
okay, yeah, this is good. I like his rainbow Mario star wings.
It kind
I'm
of
always-
compliments the bass in this song, being as if he got a Rainbow Mario star himself during that one part.
I can
That is
still...
not what I expected. Not what I was thinking would happen with that animation, honestly.
Just like, check this shit out. Whoa, yeah, that's right. It's another one of these disky boys.
A
Oh, a
disky
disky
boy. Yeah, okay. He made him a friend. Oh, he's outside my
Yes.
he's outside my AoE.
Yes, my babies. My
Wow.
babies.
Yeah, I see that, who is this?
Oh yeah, he does give off some Yu-Gi-Oh! Powerful card vibes.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I better check actually. I think it's when he like changes his color that his weakness shifts, but I gotta make sure that's actually
I think
true.
you're right.
Oh, has he changed his color?
Not in a little while. I just wanted to make sure it hadn't changed while I wasn't looking at it.
Oh, I see. You're like that little bluish kind of
Yeah.
field around him. I see.
Ah. I just noticed that they posted the sheepish announcements on Twitter, and I felt really bad because I got informed of that like the other day when we were having that conversation. We were like, I would love it if Jello could not take a role I wanted one time, and I was just like, ooh.
Ooh. My guy, my buddy, my pal. Get fucked. That's fine. My audition for that one was like okay. I would have been surprised if I got it. So I was like, yeah, okay, when I saw that. But yeah, no, congratulations on that. You're cleaning up on the indie Twitter project circuit lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he's weak to water, so that'll be way
die.
easier to get him.
I'm gonna grab an ice cream while you relentlessly bonk this idiot.
Yeah.
My ultimate S-craft, relentlessly bonk. The name of a character in Crossbell, relentlessly
Relentlessly
bonk.
bonk. Yeah, it'd be like that.
The best friend of Wazzy
Wazzy
Hemisphere.
Hemisphere. God. It
I'm
sounds like
offended
such a-
that it's
it
not
sounds like such a
pronounced
JoJo character. Yeah, I am too. It sounds like such a JoJo character name. Like, relentlessly.
Unlimited bonk works from chat.
Yeah.
I will run no more.
It is I, Wazzy, a green-haired fellow who works for a church.
Oh, he turned on the fire alarm. I think I think he's charging his laser, so I'm about to
Oh.
Kevin in a minute.
Yeah.
Actually, I might even be able to just Earth Wall to get the last two people who don't already have one.
Bulba9 is asking if there's a good playthrough of Trails 3 that you recommend.
I don't know of one offhand. You can definitely find all the cutscenes on YouTube videos. I doubt any of them have people voicing them for the most part. Now we find out whether Earthwall actually protects against this. Spoilers, the final boss of Aono Kiseki, you have to really carefully time his health, because when he gets to about 15%, he charges for 2 rounds and then uses an attack that inflicts simultaneous death blow and vanish and bypasses Craft Guard. I had to do that
Wow.
fight 3 times.
What do you do other than kill him before he does that?
That is what you do.
Oh, okay.
But
Which
if you
is not what your first instinct would be, since normally when someone charges an attack in these games, you want to stop them or guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he does that shit, and basically, if you if you haven't managed to perfectly save up your S-crafts and burst for that, you can just have him do that and be like, well, it's now impossible for me to win. You have to play.
If everybody is deathblowed and vanished, like the fight ends there, yeah.
Yeah, you lose.
Yeah. Because that's what happens. Like even if you just have the whole party vanish, even though they're gonna come back in like 3 turns, and
it's kind of bullshit.
I'll be sitting there drinking wine after his post-victory.
I would like to apologize a little. As much as I make fun of the final bosses of these games, I just remembered how much I hate the final bosses when they are trying to make a hard final boss in a Trails game. It's just not fun at all.
The fucking last boss of Trails of Cold Steel 2.
All my bones turned to a vibrant slurry, but I'm fine.
Yeah. Earthwall, baby. They tried putting me through the fucking taffy maker, but I'm fine.
Well, Earthwall acts as an exoskeleton, so it's fine.
Yeah.
All your juices will stay where they need to be.
Yeah.
That's where the blood's supposed to be.
My problem final boss was actually from Cold Steel 1, believe it or not. I had a shit ton of problems with everything that could have gone wrong in the last 8 hours of playing that game went wrong for me. I won't go into it, but just any level of like, oh, the map doesn't work for Jello because all of his games are cursed. Imagine anything that could have fucked me over happening for the last 8 hours of that game, and I was like, this is bad.
You ran into a fucking soft lock of Reen giving a friendship speech forever.
Man, that just would be fucking hell for me, wouldn't it? I hate Reen Schwarzer, and it's only going to get worse.
Oh, you forgot. I fucking hate Reen Schwarzer, and it's only going
I'm sorry.
Still gonna play Cold Steel 4, though. Someday. It's still on Steam, it still says it's releasing this year, but no more specific than that.
Did 3 release last year, yeah?
Yeah, 3 released in like late summer, early autumn of last year.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Let's see what this actually
here
does.
It comes again.
Oh, there went my bones.
Oh no.
Fuck you, Kevin. Why didn't you Earthwall me, you bitch?
Here, fine, whatever.
Well, now he's got to unconfuse her, and then I'll probably just Grail Sphere. Why not? Actually, I'll Grail Sphere after the little thing attacks so that I don't waste a charge on it.
I hold in my hand a chalice of light.
Yeah, here we go.
Man, trying to avoid using Turbo to
Trails
not give
1.
everyone vertigo is making this take even longer. But I respect
Oh,
your...
whatever. We all
it.
have vertigo. It's just kill us.
If you,
I'd rather be vomiting than mildly inconvenienced by slow shit.
what was it? What was the last dungeon in Trails 1? Was it the end
Old
of the
Steel 1, it
schoolhouse?
was the super old schoolhouse.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the last...
I liked the music there.
Yeah.
The music there stuck out. It still sticks out to me. I thought it was pretty good.
Saying I liked the music in that
In
part
a
of a
Trails
Trails
game,
game is like
yeah.
saying, well, that Pixar movie looked nice. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the art in this book is good. Yeah. What happened in there? There was the final boss was dumb. Not as dumb as the final boss in the second one, because they just did it a fucking again.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it,
It's a fucking palette swap of the final boss from the first one, except now he's just an asshole.
I absolutely just like when the game was like, do you want to do the old schoolhouse again after 12 hours of endgame? I was like, I am genuinely insulted that you would even imply I would do
Yeah.
that after you had the literal perfect ending of beating the shit out of Reen Schwarzer as Lloyd Bannings.
Yep.
And you could have hard cut to credits and ended on a
That-
bittersweet note.
That would have been maybe, like, if they had done that knowing full well that, like, Cold Steel 3 was going to be a thing, I would call that maybe the best ending to a JRPG I've ever played. But it kept going, and I was so mad.
But Austin, didn't you want to see... I don't even know. I can't even, like, make up a reason, because the answer is no.
Fucking Sarah cries at the end, and that's the only other thing that happened in that game after that point.
So does
'cause
Milliam,
That was a sweet little scene, and I liked it. That said, could have done it before, and could have did not have to fucking.
Yeah, everything... They were like, oh, I know. So here's what we're going to do with Milliam. She will be in the first game for some reason and do nothing, and you won't use her and not be very good. And then in the second game, she'll probably be the best character now for some reason.
Oh, hey, you want to see Chloe's damaging S-Craft? We might as well.
Have we seen that?
Sure.
I don't think so.
Why the fuck would you ever use this?
Because it doesn't fucking matter at this point.
I'm not saying why would you use this right now, Aram. I'm saying why would anyone in the world set this as her S-Craft?
Scree!
That's more damage than I thought.
He's
Yeah, that was actually
he
pretty
temporarily defense downed himself because he's doing his big try.
Ah.
I'm gonna...
Are you gonna be able to survive the big try?
Yeah, he's actually just buffing himself right now. And I've still got a Grail Sphere.
We're good to go.
Hooray!
Let's see. Yeah, Kevin's Grail Sphere.
Oh, check it out! I've got these like stereos on my fucking shoulders that are just blasting out tunes.
And then like Milliam's the best character in the second game, and then again it's like they're like, so her arc is learning to have emotions because she's only neutrally happy and excited all the time. But wouldn't it be really sad if she cry? And but you need to get it after the dumb schoolhouse redux, which shouldn't have been in the game. And then she's not in the third game, and then what happens to her in the third game happens. It's like, I'm sorry, why the fuck did you put this here?
Yeah. It's like Trails of Cold Steel has so many little parts that I absolutely adore, but the whole package is put together like a fucking puzzle that was designed incorrectly on purpose. Yeah.
Shut up, whacks him with her stick.
Fuck! The aureole is gone! This is impossible! Impossible!
No.
Ah!
Oh.
What?
Shit.
No, he escaped?
Oh, who cares about that idiot? Way more importantly...
Louie!
What?
I ate all the goldfish.
Oh, he's having the goldfish eating tree.
Oh, look,
Goldfish.
he's blade mastering in his sleep. Louie, stay with us. Just wait a second. We'll fix you up.
There's no need. You know perfectly well these aren't the sort of wounds you fix up.
No, Chloe S-Craft.
Come on, it'll.
But I used it on damage!
Oh, you did!
No, it's here, S-Craft.
Oh, kills him. Shit, I forgot I had that one
I
set.
forgot to set the other
Whoever
one. Damn
sets
it.
that one as their S-break.
No. No. Please, no! Louie, I can't lose you like Carrot. That's just... No. I can't.
Come on, chin up. You look like the crybaby you were when you were a kid.
That's right. I'm a weak, naive crybaby. I still need you, Lube. So, come on, stay awake.
Just like a little kid. Listen, Joshua. If you find this unacceptable, then take a lesson from me. Don't end up like this. Don't die to protect what's important. Live. Live to protect it instead.
Lube.
Estelle, I must ask you one last favor.
Of course. Anything.
He likes to act tough, but he's pretty tender-hearted deep down. Now that he's truly free of his curse, he needs to become a better man. So, please, promise me that you'll keep helping him. Take care of our little brother, okay?
I was gonna do that no matter what you said. But don't worry, Louve. I swear to you, he'll always have a home with us.
Thank you. At least I finally understand. Aw, that's a new portrait. Why Karen could smile like that at the end. Karen, you were just as content, weren't you?
Oh no, he dead.
Lube? Come on. This isn't funny. You can hear me, right? Come on! Come on! It all finally ended! We could finally be together again! Please. Please! Answer me!
Joshua.
Oh, Joshua.
Oh,
Pounds
don't
his
know.
chest, but misses.
I guess it's Obi-Wan. Hello there.
Okay.
Okay.
The high ground.
Ah!
Oh, it's everyone. Julia?
Goddess be praised, you're all safe. Wait, that's Luffy? Is he... I see.
After you descended, we were swarmed by those archaism beasts. It was only Luve intervening on that dragon of his which saved us.
I see. Yeah, that sounds like him, alright.
If I may, what happened to Weissman and the Oriole?
Oh, right. Yeah, the Oriole disappeared somewhere. Weissman's also gone, but he really lost it when the Oriole disappeared.
It disappeared? Well, that could be bad.
Define bad? Oh,
Well,
it's
you
this
know,
shit.
it's just the thing that's-
Please tell me this shaking isn't involved in the bad.
Oh, you know, it's just the thing that is powering the city. You know, the floating city that we all happen to be smack dab in the center of. You've removed the city's power source. There's nothing keeping it afloat any longer. I'm surprised we haven't already hit the fucking ground in this flying continent.
Yes, that seems rather bad.
We should return to the Arsail at once.
A good idea. I don't think everything will shut down all at once, but it would be best if we hurry. Kyle, Dawn, is the Bobcat airworthy?
Should be airworthy enough to save our skins at least.
We'll lift off as soon as we get back. All right, let's move, everyone.
There was a transfer gate near the elevator. That seems like the best exit. We should stay in lines to avoid losing anyone.
Isn't that how we always travel?
Yes,
Isn't that why we get attacked by every monster in existence?
Oh, you know, I wouldn't know. I was never brought along with you.
Joshua, I know you don't want to leave him behind, but we have to hurry.
Sorry, Estelle. You just go on ahead. Don't worry about me. Go.
Please.
I'm gonna get a little bit more mileage out of that slap animation. Huh?
Get it together, Joshua! Were you listening to a damn thing Luve said? Didn't he tell you to live, to protect what's important to you? I don't know about you, but I sure was listening. And I promised him I'd stay with you and help you. I promised you the same ones too. If you think I'm just gonna turn my back on that, you've got another thing coming!
Estelle. Sorry. I really am a weakling. I'm gonna take that bitch and sword.
Yeah, I'll just take that, thanks.
Oh, the sword.
Luve, I'll hold on to this. I'll deliver it to Hummel. To Karen.
Joshua.
Guys.
Estelle, Joshua?
There's no time to waste. Please hurry. Right.
I'm sorry. I'm going now. Bees. Rest well with Karen. Luve.
Hucks his body into the abyss.
Here we go.
I have been far enough.
I have been looking forward to this since we started playing the first game.
Absurd. This is a farce. This wasn't in the Grandmaster's prophecy at all. Unless... Does this mean I, too, was being tested? Oh, I shall have to have words with my master once I return.
This is Kevin.
Sorry, but I think your question's gonna be deferred indefinitely. If you have any questions for me, best speak them now! No.
Kevin Graham, what are you doing here? Out of my way, insect! I've no time to deal with gnats like you.
Oh?
What? The evil eye didn't work? Even with Gralsritter training, a fledgling like you can't possibly...
Yeah, sorry. I've been putting on a bit of a show. I'm actually their number 5. I've seen my fair share of fights. Granted, when you were at your best and power tripping on the Oriole, I would have struggled. But now, you don't have a prayer.
Hell yeah.
Not that you do that anymore, you filthy heathen.
Yeah!
What?
Locating the Oriole's been kind of a sideshow, as you might have figured out. So, George Weissman, apostate and heretic, damned in the sight of Idios. I'm here to send you to your final judgment.
I love her so much.
I see. However, Gralsritter, I think you will find it a little hard to fight the Faceless on your own with only... What? A steak?
What?
It's the Pillar of Salt! The calamity which turned half of Northumbria into a sea of salt! He would let you use that just to kill me!
What?
It's what you've earned, you faithless pile of filth. The church does try to stay neutral in all things, but we can't overlook what you've done. Now kindly stand still and die quietly.
You damn dog!
Yeah!
Yeah.
Dog? You aren't
Me
wrong,
too, Mo.
yes. You know, Joshua, you're lucky. You at least can get out of this sort of life.
Is that jealousy I hear?
No, get
Please appear. Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Kevin Graham, the heretic hunter and Gralsridder's fifth dominion. I must say, you're just as cold as the rumors said.
Ah, you're the fool, right? Sorry, but it's a bit late for him.
You may have heard, but I am here purely as an observer. Purely. To observe and oversee every single facet of the gospel plan and report the results without exception to the Grand Master. Weissman's self-destruction is simply another result to report. And wasn't anything I needed to stop.
I see. You Ouroboros types sure love being mysterious, don't you? You accuse me of being cold.
Are the Gralsridder really so different? I wonder. Well, they're not all clowns, so no.
Or so yes.
Now then, I'd say I've observed everything, I found what I was looking for, so it's time I went on home.
What?
Bye. Well, good day, Mr. Graham. I hope we meet again someday.
Get salted, you piece of shit.
Found what he was looking for. Could he mean? Well, whatever. That's outside my jurisdiction.
That's right. I found a boyfriend.
Woohoo!
I should hurry back and rejoin the others.
I.
Dips his finger in the salt, licks it. Ooh.
And so the
Hidden badass Kevin
Yeah.
Graham.
So,
Turgid, what can I say?
I'm sure there's more to this, and I don't know all the lore, and don't spoil me, but there is a country in the northern area of the continent that an extra dimensional salt pillar appeared and just turned the entire fucking place into a wasteland of salt. And the church took the artifact and they gave a shaved piece of it to Kevin. Hang on, this might be timed.
Joshua? Are you okay? You aren't hurt, are you?
Sorry, my foot just missed the ground. I'm fine. I just had a strange moment of vertigo.
Like you were dizzy? Why would you...
Probably a side effect of the stigmas removal.
Kevin?
Can I be the protagonist next game?
Okay, but only if no one plays it. What do you mean?
What do you mean no one's gonna play it?
Weissman burned that thing in deep to the very core of his subconscious mind. Rip it out like we did, and there's gonna be side effects. Vertigo, headaches, nausea. You can be suffering for a while, Joshua.
Oh, no.
It's alright, Estelle. Kevin made me
Aware of all the risks beforehand.
Joshua.
Hey, what's the holdup? If you don't hurry, you'll be left behind.
Oh, right. Joshua, do you think you can run?
Yes, I should be alright now. Come on, we need to... Sorry. Come
Sorry,
on,
I had a
we
little
need to-
salt in my throat.
Sorry. Estelle!
What? Uh-huh! Ah!
The last tremor collapsed some of the more fragile sections.
Hey, you two okay?
Yeah, mostly.
Oh no, Estelle!
Joshua! I don't give a fuck about her, though.
Estelle, Joshua!
Oh, for crying out loud!
Ain't there another way across?
This is the only way in or out of the pillar that we just saw.
I will suck them over.
Use your
Eastern breathing.
This makes the
There must
Kirby
be another
sound
way.
effect. Guys? Don't worry about us. You go on ahead.
We'll find our own exit.
Oh, don't be absurd. How am I supposed to look Cassius in the eyes and say I left you behind?
Don't worry, I'll be your bridge. Go, go, Cassius, stretch!
Stretches like a Roll20 icon.
Yeah.
We'll find another way across.
Shara, thanks.
Sorry.
No matter what we say, though, a gap like this can't be jumped. Unless you're any member of Ouroboros. We have no time to get a Didn't Joshua teleport
Joshua,
earlier?
right, yeah.
We have no time to get a rope, so they are going to need another route.
But this is the only path out.
Actually, I don't think this was the only way. This island seems riddled with underground passages. There must be another one near the
currently
pillar.
inside of right now. That's right. I saw another gate just in front of the pillar. I think the sign said it was an emergency evacuation route connecting to the Calmare district.
Really?
Yeah, I remember that. Calmare's where your ship is, right? That's right.
Well then, if they use that.
Yes. Given the damage to the city's computer should have opened the lock on it. That's how things work.
Estelle, Joshua, you heard all that, right? Looks like that's your best bet. Use that to get back to the Arcel.
Will do.
We'll go as fast as we can.
Estelle, Joshua, please be careful. We'll wait as long as we possibly can.
You guys be careful too, and save us some seats.
Come on, we should hurry. I doubt we have much longer before the Ark collapses completely.
Yeah, let's go. Kyle said the entrance was just in front of the pillar. What?
Stand still.
Oh, took
There
a
we
while
go.
for
God,
the
I was
control to kick
terrified
back
for
in.
a second.
Please, God, tell me there are no monsters.
No random battles.
I think
God,
there
I was
are
just
some
thinking
monsters,
that.
actually.
If there are, I will fucking stab someone in the eyeball.
Probably
Is
the
it
monster.
me? God, I love that scene with Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. People, the small number of people who like haven't seen this game before reacting to first seeing us move with turbo mode.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, new!
Oh, my.
Yeah, it's only thanks to this were we able to get through these two games in as few sessions as we did.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't played the Crossbell games yet.
No turbo, baby.
I cannot play a Trails game without turbo.
Yeah. It's
I really
great.
love this whole sequence too.
Ah! Ah!
Damn it!
Ah!
Let's go back, Estelle. All right, well, we're dead.
Well, so much for going back, I guess.
Yeah. This column won't support us for long.
Which means we're...
Estelle, I'm so sorry. If I hadn't tripped back there.
No, you don't need to say it. You bailed me out when I was about to be buried under that rubble anyway. We're both screw-ups.
But
Huh. Oh, by the way, Chad is asking, like, why can't they just pick them up with the airship? Well, they're not back to the airship yet, so most likely...
We're basically on like a continent.
Yeah.
It's far away.
Most likely they will not make it in time. You know, it's really funny. Despite how completely screwed we are, I'm not actually scared. Are you Joshua?
I'm shitting myself. No, you're right. I'm not scared at all.
Hey, Joshua, can I ask 2 favors here at the end?
Always.
So, first, would you hold on to me? Like, tightly?
Of course I will. There should be a second in there somewhere, I think.
Oh, so, even at, the end of things here, I don't want to be too pushy. I don't want to have any regrets, and, crap, how do I put this?
Don't worry. I can say the rest. Estelle, may I kiss you?
Yes. Yes.
I really love this whole scene.
Free falling.
I hope this doesn't cause any damage to Liberl.
Yeah.
What?
Fucked. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Which means that Liberal is fucked.
yeah, all those lakeside towns. This is all falling into the lake.
Yeah, that cute little hotel, that place is fucked.
Yeah, that's tsunami thing, man.
How are we gonna catch the ultimate fish?
I think we left that behind.
The ultimate fish was already up in this one, so. Estelle and Joshua just trying to be the one that the other person falls on top of, so that there's like a chance.
That's a very in-character thing for them to be doing.
Yeah. And then Reed Schwarzer jumps in at the last second and takes the ball from
Good.
yeah. His life force.
Imagine if a giant piece of debris just blew up the Bobcat and it was like, yes, thank you.
Finally. I didn't want to ruin that Louve. I didn't want to ruin that Louve scene because I thought we were doing pretty good, but I really wanted to say afterwards, I hope they don't do the same thing with Crow, but it's stupid.
Kyle, please! If we just leave them, Joshua!
No, Josette. We wouldn't make it in time either way.
No.
Like the place has already fallen. Didn't you watch the
Damn it
cutscene?
all. At the very end, too. What is the goddess doing at a time like this?
It can't.
We didn't make it in time.
No freaking way.
No. Julia, please.
Shut her up.
It looks like the escape tunnels lead to the northwestern edge of the island. To take the RCL there at once.
Forgive me, Your Highness. Even on your orders, I cannot do that.
Your sail doesn't have full engine power back yet. If we get close to the city, especially under it, we could not escape the island's collapse. Is that about right, Professor?
Huh? Oh yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm.
Did someone die?
Oh no.
We all made it, right?
How?
Niall, Dorothy, you made it.
How terrible. It feels like I should say something, but what do you say to such a thing?
Oh, there are no words, I think. Those two. Damn it! They were just getting started. And now they're done.
Oh, Estelle, Joshua.
What does it say that, like, Niall reacting that way actually hit me harder than any of the party members reacting?
I mean, yeah. Huh?
Come on, Dorothy. Try and show a little decorum at a time like this.
But, I just noticed that Sieg is flying around looking awfully happy.
They're finally dead. Scream!
Huh?
Oh.
I caught them!
This is strange and lasting so long.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going now so much faster. Scream!
Oh. That's not what I was expecting.
What were you expecting, Austin?
Oh, I don't know why I wasn't expecting it,
Are
but...
you fucking shitting me? Are you fucking shitting me?
Do
I
you
thought it was gonna be
remember? Do you remember what? Oh, that would have been so much better.
I thought it was gonna be Ren too.
Fuck!
I thought
Why
Ren
wasn't it Ren? Oh my
'Cause the
god.
fucking Potter Mater could fly.
All
and I
they,
was like,
really,
she's
all
gonna
they had to
show up.
do. I'm fine with it being Ragnard. All they had to do was delete Cassius Bright from this scene.
Yeah, you know I don't care about
Whoa.
the dragon. You know why I'm mad.
Ragnard, why are you here? And what in the heck are you doing here, Dad?
Hang on. Ah.
Oh,
Well,
you want
cap
screen
that.
cap?
Yeah.
Well, you did restore power to the entire country and avert a war. I showed the details off on Morgan and decided to ask an old friend for a ride.
An old friend. Uh-huh.
Admit it, Dad, you just wanted to surprise us. And it's a pleasure to meet you, Ragnard. Estelle told me about you. Thank you for saving our lives.
Thou needst not thank me, child of man. A new wind swirls about us. I simply spread my wings and sailed upon that fresh current.
Still, though, you really saved us. But hang on a second. I thought, Idios herself told you to only watch over people. Won't you get in trouble for saving us?
The charge given to me was to watch over man until an answer, a true answer, was given unto the Shining Ring. And such an answer has now been offered up. The ancient contract stands fulfilled. Thus,
Idios doesn't stand a chance against Cassius Bright.
upon hearing the Divine Blade's plea for a boon, I myself answered in kind.
The ancient contract?
Another little mystery, but I can let it slide, I guess.
Reen Schwarzer be like.
I haven't the foggiest what he's going on about either. After all, Hardhead here seems to enjoy holding back the details.
I just remembered Mo's initial. That's Cassius Bright.
I'm so disappointed.
Forgive me, friends. We of the Wing and Scale possesseth our own laws and statutes. So it is I say unto you, know that the gears of fate have finally begun their inexorable churn, and in their ponderous cycling, no force can stop them. The quest is done, but the campaign yet lies before thee. Gird thyself with wisdom, you who hear me now.
I see.
Wait, no way!
Is Libero going to be attacked again?
Probably your Erebonia's neighbor.
No, those battles are destined to be fought elsewhere, by different people. Like me, Cassius Bright. But those are concerns for another time.
You two have worked a genuine miracle today. Don't worry about what's to come for now. You've earned your rest. Here's a couple of BP. Alongside your irreplaceable friends. Who I
And
think
Josette.
will be very happy to see you alive.
Yeah.
And Josette.
What if Sieg turned into Ragnar?
That would be amazing. I'd love that so much.
Campanella appears next to Dorothy and starts whispering in her ear and then disappears again.
Yeah.
Grandmaster Dorothy.
Grandmaster Dorothy would be my favorite twist. Like, I wouldn't even care how little they set that up.
Dumb it is. Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe it does just end. That's fine.
I thought there would be like an after party.
I think there is an after party. I don't know why I'm remembering one. I know they do it again in a cutscene in the third game, but I only watched that cutscene once, so I'm surprised that would stick with me. So I hope all of the people who came here from the Layton endgame enjoyed the last 2% of Trails in the Sky.
Really, the last 2% of Trails in the Sky second chapter, not even Trails in the Sky period. That'll get you 1%.
It's me,
time.
Kurt. Hey, that's Gilbert on the poster.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it sure is. That's funny.
You
haven't seen the last of me.
I hate that. That's not exaggeration.
Believe me, I thought you did too.
Bad job, art and graphics. like not
I
to
would
be
love-
shitty
love
about it.
if they had it in a category show up that just read radially symmetric monster design.
God.
I think Austin would literally scream. Get me the hell out of here.
All right, I'm going back to Calvard where nothing happens.
I hope if there's ever a game there, it's only a 1 or 2-parter.
Which of these names can I blame on the incest that shows up in all these?
I don't know. I'm not sure which of them is like the character
God, look how
writer.
bad he looks. He looks like the protagonist of a
Wonk.
manga about tennis.
Yeah. No,
You. Me?
You did bad.
What is that?
I think it's a.
Oh, that's
That's
the gospel, yeah.
that's the
Okay.
gospel, yeah.
Is it him?
You, Toshihiro Kondo.
You're the
Probably.
sister fucker.
Probably.
Mazuyuki Kato, you
Somewhere
signed
in the
off on this
distance.
shit.
I'll help.
Yeah.
North American localization. They did a good
They did
job.
a great
Good.
job.
Good job, all of these people.
Carpe Fulgur. That's an interesting name.
Yeah, that is.
You sound like a Trails character, actually.
Seize the Folg.
Good job.
Okay.
Oh, Agate training the Ravens.
Training the Ravens, yeah. I was gonna say those dweebs. I forgot.
Why
that.
is
Brittany
Tita's-
Avery.
Hey.
She still does Trails. She saw my Cold Steel video, actually.
Nice.
Nice.
Why is Tita's mom in the credits? She's not in this game. Yeah, she's in the third. Maybe she shows up in a post-credits cutscene or something.
Look, it's
Them.
It's
them. Josette gets the last one? Alright. No. Oh, Kevin. Yeah.
God, I thought that was Cassius for like a millisecond. It's like, and so Cassius Bright's story closes. For now.
But Cassius Bright will return in The Cass Who Loved Me.
James Bond will not return. Boo!
Oh, two of your favorite characters.
Boo!
Wait, orphans.
Oh God, look at that orphan's face. No wonder you don't have parents. not to sound like Will, but no wonder you're orphaned. So, this game's about airships and Erebonia's about trains. What transport does Crossbell use?
Crossbell has cars.
Geofront.
Crossbell, Crossbell has cars and buses mostly, actually. Bus is the fast travel in the first game,
boats.
and then in the second
Yeah,
game, you
Calvard's
get
gonna be trails of crafting hoveredly.
the subway, maybe. I guess the Geofront is kind of the subway, but you mostly aren't supposed to walk through it since it's full of comically, radially symmetric monsters.
All the classics that we remembered from the first series.
Wow, nice digital painted grass, asshole. That looks this looks literally unfinished.
God.
This looks like a sketch
Check
pass.
out our mid 2000s website animation. Using Flash, or else you can't view the actual site. You'll just have to go to the less fancy version.
I was gonna say there's definitely post-credit shit.
Oh.
Hope we never fight Gilbert here.
Yeah. Honestly, it looks like they rebuilt some of the ruins up. Karen, I'm back. Here. This is from Louvet.
I feel like you should keep that sword. I mean, he didn't have it when she was alive, so it doesn't mean anything to her. It's a good sword.
Pretty fucking dope.
It's so good to see that smile, Joshua. I bet Louvet likes it too.
Yeah. Louvet and Karen were as close as I've ever known two people to be. They wanted to be together forever, I think. And now they are.
Dead.
Yeah. Hey, can I say hi to Karen too?
Fuck no. She's dead.
Just immediate cut to black.
It just, yeah, it's over.
It plays the exact same credit song. You just
Hi, Karen. Nice to meet you. I'm Estelle Bright.
I hear you're Joshua's original
Yes,
sister.
sister.
I know it must be weird that you didn't marry him, but
I'm well.
Oh, I wasn't even reading that. I was looking at another tab, making a joke. God fucking damn
Well,
it.
for a little while, I was sort of trying to be his replacement sister without knowing it, but I couldn't really replace you. I guess now I'm his girlfriend. Gonna
Can you screen
screenshot
cap that? That is totally-
Hang on, I'll do it.
devastating.
Nope, never mind.
I got it.
Moved on too fast. Okay.
You guess? That's terrible.
Sorry. Still not really used to it. It's kind of, embarrassing. The incest and all.
It's not embarrassing. Everyone in the world
It's
loves
completely
incest.
normal. It's still so very you, Estelle, to be
I wish we
ashamed
were
of the
blood
incest.
siblings.
So very
God.
what? Do I detect an entendre, Buster? You know, when nobody else is around, you sure can be... sorry, I was in the middle of saying hello, wasn't I? So, I wanted to say hello and come with Joshua to see his original home. I'm looking forward to what's to come for the two of us.
Thank you, Estelle. I'm sure Karen is very happy.
I hope so. I know I'm still sort of a dunce and not the most reliable person ever. I have to admit, I'm a bit worried what I'd do if she ever thought, "You're not good enough to be Joshua's girlfriend, Estelle Bright. Shoo!"
I think you're overthinking it a bit. If anything, I think Karen would have loved you.
Like a sibling does.
You two would have been a nice contrast in terms of personality.
Unlike our genes.
You think so? Shut up, Jello. There goes my entendre radar again, Jello. So you're saying I'm not strong deep down or calm and quiet like your sister, right?
No. I think you're strong deep down. I really do think you're strong deep down, actually. So strong that you're alive. Calm and quiet. Well, not exactly like Karen, no.
Yeah.
But I'm not complaining. Always bright, optimistic, and shining like the sun. That's the girl I fell in love with.
Ah! What was that? You know how to go for the jugular with the embarrassment, you know.
Sorry. Did you not like it?
Of course I liked it! That's so not the issue here!
I don't quite get the problem, I guess.
Oh. Okay, we've said our hellos, so let's be off. I can see Karen rolling her eyes at us from the cloud tops.
Oh. Yeah. I guess.
What is it?
Are you really sure about this?
What?
You really want to leave Liberal and follow me?
Oh.
My journey to atone for the sins I committed in the Society's name is my problem. So is my desire to strengthen myself and live up to Luve.
Good luck.
I'm still not sure if I want to wrap you up in all this.
Oh, for the love of... You always miss the important part. Ragnar said it, didn't he? This whole mess was just the beginning. There's gonna be like 18 more games. Besides...
I hope they're not paced like dog shit.
I seriously doubt the Society's plans are all played out.
Plans?
And when those snakes strike from the grass again, I want to be even stronger than Dad.
Good luck!
You're not the only one who has someone to live up to.
Stronger than Cassius. That's a tall order. I'll say!
Well, go big or go home, right?
Estelle's poses in this scene are very cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, whoever did the potato babies, big ups to those guys.
Well,
I
That
love
art
the potato
direction's
babies.
good.
I miss them.
Plus, I made that promise to Luve, and I really want to see more places beyond Liberl. I'd also like to try and find Ren if we can. And...
Estelle?
And... Come on, Joshua, do I really need a reason to be with you?
Yes.
Oh. No. Of course not. You're all the reason you need. All by yourself.
Exactly. See, Joshua, what would you do if I wasn't around to point things out to you?
You're right. I'd be doomed to kill again.
They're cute. The only good, somewhat sibling kink. I remember I screen capped this at Jay and was like, I was really into this scene, and then this art came up, and I out loud said, "Ew."
Oh, Estelle, I just love the way you shatter your spine in order to look at me.
Oh, Estelle, I love the way your eyes are barely aligned on your face.
Also, as Transbun points out, Joshua really has no ass, does he? What was Jill going on about?
Yeah. What? What?
Let's go, Estelle.
Let's go, Estelle. I have no idea where this path
You're
will
really
lead
gonna
us.
close on that?
I have no idea where this path will lead us, but I'm sure something awaits us at the end.
Yeah, one step at a time.
We'll walk it together. We'll walk it together to the end.
A trail.
That's it. That's the
trail in the sky. We found it.
That's bullshit.
I actually-
They said there'd be more than one.
I actually, the first time I saw
Trails of the
Estelle and
hill.
Joshua, like kiss and fall through the sky. I was in a call with Jay and I went, "That's it! They're the trails in the sky!
I guess we'll
They're
save
the
clear data.
trails of the hill.
It doesn't really matter.
Someone in chat, his ass cheeks never clap. That's why I'm able to be so sneaky. Weissman removed my ass, so the clap of my ass cheeks would never alert the guards. I guess that is the end.
That's
Yeah, there it
that's
is.
just the end.
That was so good. I mean,
Oh.
okay, not all of it, but it was okay.
Yeah. There were parts of it that I really, really liked.
Man,
That's it.
Oops.
I am Cassius Bright showing up with the dragon.
I seriously thought it was gonna be Ren.
I did too.
Never occurred to me, and I'm so angry. I think the Ren shit happens in the Ren and
It must
Kevin
be
get
in the
their
third
arcs
game.
In the third.
Yeah, Ren is significantly featured in the third. She's playable. Along with Colonel Richard for whatever reason.
Colonel. Oh, okay. Onion Man.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
I was thinking, wait, is that Sid? And
yeah,
I was
no. It's really funny, cause Garlic shows up, and at a certain point, Ren's also in the party and has a highly screen-capped dialogue line where she looks at Kevin and looks at Richard and smirks and goes, Garlic and Green Onion together at last.
Wonderful.
That's funny. Well, I assumed that they would do a lot more of the Ren stuff in this game. So there is still a chunk that I am missing in terms of like that story. And that chunk is significant enough that I'll probably check out like a YouTube of the cutscenes. But yeah, I like it. It's good.
Kevin is so much better. That final scene.
Yeah, we were making, all throughout this, we've been making jokes about how no one dies in Trails, because 99% of the time, it is absolutely true. Especially villains almost never die. And I think early on, when I was talking about this game, I was like, well, not a lot of people, but, I can think of at least 2 characters who die in the present in this game, and it was Weissman and Louve, and I couldn't remember if there were any more, and there aren't, as far as I can tell. But yeah, no, this game, they actually just kill off the villains at the end, which I wish more Trails games would do.
Yeah, well, what are you talking about? They kill off G and...
Oh. They were just trying to kill off that plot line. They were like, oh, right, we're not
Why
doing
would they
anything
do
with
that?
this.
It was perfect. And...
like, whoops, this sucks. Sorry, we'll try again.
For context, there's a really unimportant in the grand scheme of things group of villains in the first and second Trails of Cold Steel game. They're a small little terrorist group where their shtick is all of them just go by their first initial, and the first one you meet, who introduces himself to you, rolls up in his stupid, Death Eater cultist hoodie, and he's like, "That's right, I'm Gideon, though in some circles I'm known simply as G." And I was like, what a fucking nerd. And then that motherfucker is in way too much of the game, and then...
Yeah, he walks in like he's Weissman. And like the introduction fight for him, for lack of a better word, is significant enough that you might almost believe it. At least for that moment, because he has this fucking flute and he summons
he has a flute that summons
it.
monsters, which is kind of neat, I guess.
Yeah.
And then you fight him once and he's like, "I'll escape while I make you fight a giant spider. See you later." And then you fight him immediately again, he's in the next chapter, and he gets away because someone else shows up, and then you're like, oh, but I hate that. Gee, I can't wait till we finally get to, like, beat him up for real. And then he has the temerity to die off screen in a different game.
Yeah.
Unnamed. So
As an unnamed,
As an unnamed, unportraited guy
he dies
who
off.
just happens
He
to
dies
be there.
off screen in a different game where his name is Terrorist Leader.
God.
So, fucking, like, for all of the bad shit about the Imperial Liberation Front, at the very least, if it had been like, it's the evil leader C who dresses like Darth Vader, and then you've got his 3 minions, and like, G's the one who's like, I showed up first and am the most annoying because my monster flute lets me summon different monsters so I can have different fights. You're like, oh, you're gonna be like the right-hand bad guy of this game. And it's just like,
You're the
not at
ugly
all.
wizard.
Not even a little. And then in the next game, well, first of all, it's just like, G died off screen, and because it's Cold Steel, everyone's like, not G. It's like, you hated him! What do you mean, not G? And then in the second game, they like his the other 3 members of the group are all alive still, and they're just like chilling on the we're more important villains ship.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's just like, welcome
They
back
didn't
to the
earn that shit at
glorious.
all.
Welcome back to the glorious. Do you want to talk to all of the clowns we've got here, some of whom are important? And you walk around and you have to talk to everyone, and you get to S and V, and they're like, we should literally be dead. We shouldn't exist. And V's like, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna wreck it. And everyone's like, not V. And then he blows up, and everyone's like, oh
no,
V, why did this have to happen? I'm like, what do you think I care about, Cold Steel? And it's like, and S is like, I'm going to join my comrades. And then you save her, and she's like, I don't want to be
I
alive.
literally don't know why you did that, and I'm never gonna show up again. See ya.
Yeah. You see her in a hospital bed a little later or something, and she's just like, yeah, thanks for saving my life or whatever. I don't give a shit. And then and then that's it. Like, you don't ever hear from her again.
The Imperial Liberation Front are such bad villains that even they want to be dead.
Even they don't want to be in after the first game. Okay, but
I'm part of the Imperial Liberation Front. I don't deserve to live.
Okay, but I wanna. All of us could go on about Cold Steel for hours, but that's not the game we just finished. I want to know. I want to hear from like Austin. You kind of summarized.
I kind of knew what was going on.
Yeah, like you. I guess you knew some. Like you knew aspects of the status quo from after this game. Like you knew Estelle and Joshua survive and get together. Because they're together in future games. Did you know Weissman was gonna die, or were you just thinking like, I guess they haven't had him come back yet?
No, I figured he might. I wasn't. I didn't know. That was one of the things I didn't know.
I guess you probably did know that Louve was dead from how.
Other
absolutely. In the future, yeah.
Super knew about.
You
Louve
visit
being
his
dead
grave.
Because, yeah. There's a part at the You visit his grave a few times. And fucking all right. That is my. It relates to my primary. I wouldn't even call it a gripe. It's just something I think is funny with Cold Steel 4 and the way that they do the card game.
Okay.
But yeah.
So like, what did you think about this game relative to you played like Cold Steel 1 through 4 are the only ones you've played other than these, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think definitely better than Cold Steel 1 and 2. 3 and 4 I'm kind of mixed on, because I actually really like 3 and 4 aside from some dumb shit that happens in 3.
I like 3 more than 1 or 2. By itself, I don't like 3 that much in the absolute, but I assume, like all Trails duologies, all of the actual stuff will be in 4, but we'll see.
Yeah.
These games are a little bit that way. So I think we might have mentioned this when we were wrapping up first chapter, but basically, unlike Cold Steel, to my knowledge, this game actually was conceived as a single game. And they sat down and they were like, this is too long. Not that it stopped them in future games. They were like, this is too long.
Too long. Make it longer.
Well, yeah. They were like, this is too long. We have to split it. But where do we split it? Like, I guess it should be when when Ouroboros is revealed and Joshua leaves Estelle. But that's, like, not that long into the story. Okay, you know what, we'll cut off the whole part of the game with Ouroboros and make that a second game, and the first game we'll reserve for, like, world building and unraveling a conspiracy that's a little smaller scale that we can use to, like, introduce you to stuff and set stuff up and make it so that you actually have a set of opponents that you can beat and triumph over in just the first game. So they basically greatly expanded Colonel Richard and all his shtick for the first game.
Yeah.
Which I thought worked pretty well. To be honest, compared to... I can't really judge Cold Steel 3 and 4 yet, but compared to Cold Steel 1 and 2, I feel like they did a much better job of having a first game where you, quote-unquote, don't get to fight any of the real bad guys. Because I feel like first chapter in Sky, you do accomplish stuff, and you get to legitimately beat enemies who matter.
Yeah. Whereas I think in Cold Steel, they're still like, you're still students, so we don't want you to do too much. Like, we don't want to put the fate of the world on your shoulders just yet. But it ends up kind of being like not tremendously satisfying as a result.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, we vanquished a demon in our old schoolhouse. That's what we did in the first one.
Yeah,
and then
much.
Like I think and it might just be because Cold Steel was my first Trails game. The twist at the end of the first Trails game, or the series of twists that just keeps happening, and you're like, what the fuck is going on, is pretty insane for Cold Steel.
Oh my, yeah, no. I wasn't unspoiled for the twist because I didn't think I was going to play these games. I bought Cold Steel 1 and started it and was like, uh-oh. If I get into this, I'm definitely never going to be able to play the older ones. Hey, Jay and Jello, can you just recap all of what happened in those earlier games you told me about? And they did, and I was like, I mean, that sounds kind of interesting. I'll see how they are. So I downloaded Sky and started playing, and I was like, this is an ancient game. But I'm, like, kind of digging this anyway, and I just ended up playing them. But I was spoiled on everything as a result. The Weissman reveal would have shattered my fucking cranium if I hadn't known it was coming.
Oh yeah, no, the Weissman reveal was very good. That was like comparable with the rest. Like I think I had just sort of pieced it together right before the reveal happened, because I was like, man, we haven't seen Alba in oh shit, it's him, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it was funny. The camera he has one line of dialogue from off screen. The camera panned over to show him there, and then you went, oh, of course, I'm a fool.
yeah, I was probably like, oh, fuck, yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah, duh.
I think I haven't played 4. I think the Weissman twist is still probably the best executed Trails twist, not just because it's the first Trails ending I saw, but it's the one that actually really matters in the next game,
that's fair.
as opposed to Weissman 2 at the end of Cold Steel 1. It's like, that's really cool. And then at the end of Cold Steel 2, it's just like, everything that happened in Cold Steel 1 and 2 objectively did not matter. It's like, sick. Love it. Awesome.
Ooh. And I want to hear also, Mo, what did you think?
I really didn't think that they were gonna kill anyone.
God, I was so scared I really didn't like that.
Yeah. I wasted my fucking time.
I just didn't think that they were gonna kill anyone. It just always feels like this. Just kind of feels like a game where they just pull their punches so often that I'm just like, I
Yeah.
don't have faith in them to do it. So I'm actually really surprised Loe is like dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And same
and
with
to be
Alba.
fair, we did do our fair share of like priming you for that just by our constant jokes of nobody ever
Well,
dies in
that's.
Trails.
I mean, the Sky games are honestly uncharacteristic in doing that. It's
Yeah.
extreme. This series has way too many characters and is compulsively holding on to all of them, like that now pretty old meme of the guy trying to hold too many limes.
Yeah.
What else? I really liked that Kevin got to kill
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty
Albus.
sick.
That scene's
Because I was trying to
fucking
figure out what his
awesome.
deal was. Because he's just like this goofy guy, and I'm like, no, he's clearly important. Like, he's an important guy. He wouldn't be sneaking around and doing all this shit if he wasn't a cool bitch. And he ends up being the coolest bitch when he shows up, calls Professor Alba a sinner, and fucking murks him on
Yeah.
screen. Like,
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
it turns out, he was the G the whole time. Like, fuck, Kevin's a gangster.
he so the thing I like about this setting specifically that I don't see especially in other JRPGs is that the church are just not the bad guys. like
Yeah.
like they're still shady. They're still kind of like what are those guys up to? But they're just not the bad guys. Like they have
Yeah.
no connection whatsoever to the bad guys except for their desire to stop them.
I only know who I guess 3 of the active Gross Reader are, and then like the one that dies to give their thing to another character. And all of them are fucking bros. It's like they go around going, who is the broest person we can make
Yeah.
into a secret awesome like enforcer but not clown tier character?
Right.
And they're all really good. And I like them a lot. I love there's like 2 of them so far in the Cold Steel tetralogy, and I love the first of the 2 because it's just like, yes, of all the characters it could have been, this is the dumbest possible one.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe this is already what you're referring to, but in Cold Steel 3, they name drop one of them, and I remember I saw that was in the game. I was like, oh wow,
fuck, that's not even the one I was thinking of. I forgot about that.
Jello told me he saw that and then DM'd Jay and was like, is X character a fucking dominion of the church? Yeah.
Okay, so in the the Crossspell games, which I didn't play because they don't have turbo yet, is both of them don't at least.
Oh yeah, no, I know who you're talking about now. Yeah.
Yeah, one of I knew who all of the principal characters were more or less, and there's like some dude whose name might as well be like Scrumdiddly Umptious.
We were fucking making fun of his name earlier.
And in very briefly, another character in Cold Steel who is revealed to be like what Kevin's rank is in one of the earlier games is like chatting with another churchman. It's like, Sir Scrumpadump couldn't make it this time. I was like, Sir Scrumpadump? Jay, is Scrumdiddly Umptious a member of the church? And he's like, yeah. What?
This dialogue is made infinitely more hilarious by our code name for them.
Yeah.
It's not that much dumber.
No, it really isn't. But yeah. I like Trail.
Yeah, I do too. I'm very pleased with this.
One of the reasons Kevin works so well is he's the best thing that Trails does, which is their double bluff, which is someone shows up and they're a character in a Trails game, so obviously they got some shit TM going on.
Yeah.
And then they will reveal halfway through the game what appears to be most of, if not all
Mhm.
of their shit, only to reveal that that was not all of their shit, and there was a whole new
Exactly.
layer of shit underneath. And
Yeah.
both of Kevin's are good, and at no point is he ever just like, I'm just an old man. I can't hurt nobody no more. He's like, from the outset, he's like, I'm a wackadoo guy with an actual personality, and I'm actually just gonna help. And he's like genuinely teaching Sunday school and being a good person and a priest, and like he's not really putting that on. The only thing he's putting on is he's doing like
He's
a
a
path of
spy.
he's
Yeah.
doing like a Path of Radiance Volk thing where he's like, all right, I'm obviously some dude from the church, so I'm sure I'm going to be on Ouroboros' radar, but they probably don't know I'm a fucking Dominion yet. So I'm going to pretend, like, first of all, I'm going to pretend I'm not a Dominion. And if I have to mention it, I'll say I'm in training to be one. That's also not true. I'm already a Dominion, and my job is going around and murdering heretics who left the
God,
church
yes.
and stole our artifacts. So I'm going to take the coolest artifact in all of the lore for this world and murk this dude with it.
Yeah.
Yes. It was on site. Ugh, love it. Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, no. Trails could really honestly benefit from a few more like slightly underhanded good guys cornering the bad guy as they try to limp away from their failed monster transformation and just shooting them in the fucking face.
Yeah.
If we'd done that at the end of a couple more games, the series would really have moved a lot farther.
Yeah. No.
To be fair, there were definitely instances of someone trying to shoot the bad guy and
Yeah.
then him just being like, no!
Nah. Nope, I'm all demon.
I have moved my heart into my foot.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty good. I'm like, I think most of my other feelings about at least this game I've mentioned just throughout, like how I hate the monster design
Mhm,
and yeah, I will say my one way in which my expectations for this did not meet the standard that was actually set, and I don't know if this is just because in fact I'm almost certain it's just because I've already played the Cold Steel games, was that Agate and Tita's relationship did not read as any less weird than it
I think it
does
reads as
later
less.
on.
I think it reads less weird, but I didn't remember
Yeah,
it
maybe
reading,
a little less weird, but
I don't
like
remember
the
it
way
reading-
that everyone else treats it
Yeah.
is still just as
No, and there's definitely knowing what they're gonna do later kind of makes it worse, and also you can see a little more clearly one or two places where probably the translators fudged the original
Tried
dialogue
to-
a little to try and make it less.
Yeah, that's fair.
Do you think when they were like, let's localize this? No, we gave you Joshua and Estelle, and we're going to make that the only palatable one of these in history. We're not doing this with Agate and Tita. All right, we managed to fudge that a little bit. I'm sure there won't be any problems in Trails of Cold or
no. You remember
It's-
you remember the arc where temporarily Reen's classmates gang up on him and are mean, as they often are, and telling him that he's stupid for not understanding how bad his sister wants to bone him?
Oh, is that before or after the arc where they intermittently make fun of him for doing things for people and then immediately ask him to do all their laundry? Joke. That is a joke because it's both before and after that. That's every arc. I hate Reen Schwarzer. I hate all of OG Class 7 except Fee and Gaius at this point. And Machias.
Yeah, I was trying to think about who else.
I still like
Eustace is fine, but he doesn't need to be here.
Man, that's my biggest complaint about Cold Steel 4 is everything that they did with Eustace.
Oh boy.
Can I ask Austin?
I really like Usus in the first 2 games. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask, is there anything in if that's the thing that you were like, in this game that was like, I guess, worse than your expectations? Was there anything in these games that was better than you expected?
Everyone always told me that they're very good, and so my expectations
fair.
were pretty like I'm easy to please anyway. So I was like, yeah, I bet if I watch this, I will enjoy it. And so it's it's I'm sure there's probably some way. Like I said, the parts that stood out to me the most were like the Weissman reveal, and I actually really liked Weissman's death in this one.
Yeah.
Those stood out to me, but again, I've already played many Trails games at this point, so I expect I'm already in the gear where I'm like, all right, shit's about to pop off now. And so I was like ready for it to an extent. And I think that probably made it not hit as hard as it should have, which is pretty awesome considering how hard it hit anyway. So like props to him.
I personally, I know I've already said this before, but I've like, now you have pretty much all the context I have, maybe even a little more since you played Cold Steel 4. For my money, Estelle Bright is my favorite JRPG main protagonist, and one of my favorite protagonists in anything ever. I think she's great. She's like incomparably the bedrock of these games. I love her character development. I love her absolute unwillingness to unironically engage with the worst of the stupid anime bullshit in these games.
Yeah.
Joshua comes back Sasukeing, and she's like, "No, you stupid idiot!
Hey, stop it, you stupid dumber."
Weissman fucking,
he's like, okay,
rants like a lunatic for 40 consecutive text boxes, and she's like, "Man, fucking what?"
Yeah.
Dude.
I love her.
Yeah, that is very good. I don't know if I'd say she's my favorite, but I don't know who I would say is better. So yeah, I think that everything they wanted to do with Estelle, they executed very, very well.
Yeah.
And so I like her.
The only other anything adjacent to a JRPG protagonist who I could say comes like even close to Estelle is Ike for me, because like Ike is a very brick shit simple character, but he's like tailor made for his setting. I think Estelle is better because like Estelle is just notably the best thing about any scene she is in. She is consistently charming, and also consistently will like look at the dumb shit that you often non-ironically have to put up with in like a lot of other RPGs and Cold Steel, and she'll go, no, and hit it until it goes away.
Yeah. I will say I didn't expect to get tired of Cassius. I did.
Yeah.
Really? Cassius is like one of my favorite types of character, where he's just a fucking dummy. He's like a fucking goofball who accidentally tripped his way into being the most respected person on the continent, and like, yeah, by the end of it, when he came up on the dragon, because I think partially because I was expecting Ren, I was like, oh, you're fucking kidding me, come on. Aside from that, I usually think it's funny when he shows up, just because it's like, Cassius fucking Bright.
Yeah, it's really funny. Jay DM'd me about this game once, and he's probably expressed the same sentiment to you, Jello, that the paradoxical thing about Trails in the Sky for him is they managed to make him like tropes he normally hates, like the adopted sibling to romantic interest thing, and hate tropes he normally likes, like goofy, bumbling anime super powerful dad.
That's fair.
The problem with Cassius, I hate Cassius from the get-go, frankly. And like, I know Austin's like, yo, fuck McBurn, a guy who walks in and is stronger than anyone else for no reason.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ass. That sucks. But Cassius Bright's awesome. Like, at least
I like Cassius because he's funny. McBurn doesn't have that.
I disagree.
I mean, McBurn has it just because he's like, my name is McBurn.
I mean, no, McBurn's genuinely funny. He has some good bits with Dooley, and on his own, he's just like, yo,
his dynamic with Dooley. His dynamic with Dooley is very good, but to be fair, Dooley's dynamic with everybody is great, and Dooley does a lot of the carrying for that.
The big difference for me is that in Cold Steel 1 and 2, they don't like have an arc where it's like, hello, Reen Schwarzer, can you get out from under the shadow of this man everyone seems to never shut the fuck up about? And it's like, maybe I can. I'm slowly making it there. Let me fight whoever the Liberation Front guy. Yeah, McBurn's here to shut them down. Got him.
That's fair.
Dick nuts.
Like, please tell me that's not what McBurn sounds like.
That's almost what he sounds like.
Oh, McBurn's not far from that. McBurn is a little more
he's less shouty and like
he's a little more
than
subdued,
that. But
he's kind of like, I'm bored.
I mean, he's fucking, who voices him? It's oh my god, he's in like everything. Wow, I'm totally fucking blanking. I have to look.
Colleen Clinkenbeard.
He's Ryuji in Persona 5.
Oh, Max Middleman.
He's Max Middleman.
Yeah.
And he is like Max Middleman doing this. It's basically like Max Middleman doing like what my Agate voice is, but not a joke. Like for real. And then like haha smokes a little bit in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not here to say that McBurn is a great character by any means, but I hate Cassius Bright.
Cassius Bright, the thing that saves him a little is that Estelle is suitably pissed off when he's constantly showing up where he shouldn't be and like stepping on her moment. She's not always pissed off for the right reason. Sometimes she's just like, Dad, what are you doing? Shouldn't you be doing real work somewhere? Which is kind of funny, but you really do want like one moment where she just snaps and is like, can you let me fucking do a thing by myself once, you big fucking fraud?
Like, I'm gonna be real. The Cassius gets pegged bit is the only thing I love.
That was great.
The idea that after the entire world won't stop sucking his dick, Cassius is just there like, not sure why, I don't enjoy getting my dick sucked. And then this random woman shows up and is like, bend over, and he's like, that's it. That's what it is.
That's what I was missing.
I heard
that adds some unintentional depth to his character.
My name is Lena. I hear you're in need of a dick flattening.
Yes, ma'am.
It also helps that I genuinely I love that whole scene. Like, for as much as stupid as Luciola is, and as I shouldn't be in the game as she is, I do love that.
Yeah,
scene.
we made that beautiful segment into just a fucking joke.
I was like doing that bit and I was like, I guess I'm gonna do this bit, but I'm gonna reel it back at the end because I know it's me and Aram, and I know if I don't instigate it, Aram will treat that scene seriously when it's Estelle walking into Kingdom Hearts and her mom is there, and he didn't ruin it because it's Aram, and I was like, yeah, we did it.
Oh, but anytime I was there, I was like, no, I don't respect this.
I don't respect Cassius Bright or his background.
That is maybe the trickiest thing about like being the person who's already played these games, when it's just like, hey, I'm all here for these dumb bits.
I know that this part's gonna be good, so shut up.
And like, you can't say that because you want them to experience it genuinely, but it's like, you guys, stop.
Yeah, no.
There was legit one time where there was like some serious sequence in our Path of Radiance playthrough, and Civ was like fucking around as one of the characters, and I actually was like, "No, read it for real!" Like I forced her to reread that sequence.
Yeah. Well, I that's kind of all I got. Do you have any other thoughts, Mo?
Um, I have not been privy to a JRPG in a little over
God,
6
yeah, you sure
years.
haven't.
And this is my first dip back into the genre period,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I feel like it's pretty good for being like 15 years old, a little more than now.
Yeah.
As
Definitely.
for all the times we did make a hello 2004 joke, they actually weren't that frequent.
I did see that there is an anime based off of this, and just from looking at it, it looks like Garbo.
I think that is correct.
It's
yes.
just an OVA. Yeah, it's nothing.
Same artist. No.
It looks a little better than that.
Yeah.
Only a little.
I'm wondering if Trails will ever figure out how to handle its LGBT characters, because like Olivier has accidentally aged way better than I think they ever intended. Despite being made of slime, like you kind of have to side with him when every other character's like, ew, you like boys.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I remember, I think I asked someone, like, before I played Cold Steel, I was like, do they ever figure out, like, are there any gay characters in the later games? And someone's like, there's a lesbian.
There's one.
They're like, oh man, Jello, yeah, there's like a biker lesbian. You're gonna hate her. And you were like, what? And then you played the game and you're like, oh.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah. It's kind of unfortunate. I mean, I guess you can't even say necessarily that they've gotten better. They've gotten different. I feel like they're taking a very roundabout path to maybe modernizing. I don't know, man.
They're not great at it.
They're not great at it, and I think it's kind of a one step forward, one step to the side, one step back problem. The step back being that the later games are a little less heavy on JRPG stock tropes and heavier on stock anime tropes. And so, for all that they modernize the storytelling and the conventions a bit, they also, you know, bring in, ooh woo, you accidentally fell on me and groped my boob, and, you know, I'm the extremely aggressive lesbian who wants to sleep with everyone kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
My
God,
favorite...
I'm so angry that Angelica's design gets so good in Cold Steel 3. Like,
everything about it sucks. My favorite thing about Cold Steel 3 is that the opening plays out like an AU of Cold Steel 1, except it plays out like Kurt is possessed by a speedrunner who is on his 1000th run of the game going, yes, I understand. But like with social interaction. So he falls on Yuna and she's like, yeah, my boobs. I understand you are upset with me. You may hit me if you want, even though this was an accident and none of this will matter in 2 days. Well,
let's proceed.
Well, now I don't even want to. Good. Moving along.
Yeah. Oh boy. I want to take the last little bit of this to address our future plans. They're not really set in stone. Like we mentioned,
we're still figuring them out.
Like we mentioned at the start of the stream, we're probably not gonna play Trails in the Sky the Third on stream. It's a game I could see myself playing on my own at some point. So it's basically very short segments of gameplay with like random procedural dungeons interspersed by very, very long cutscenes, which is like okay-ish if you're playing it by yourself. It's kind of a weird hybrid JRPG light novel almost. It would take a very, very long time to read aloud. And Jello got roasted on Twitter for expressing this opinion, but nevertheless, I will express it here as well. I feel that game is skippable. Not to say there's nothing cool or interesting in it, but you really don't need the additional layers and early introductions of certain characters to completely grok what is going on when you play the later games. It is a shame because Kevin is the main character of that, and he's very cool. I've seen the opening sequence. It's him recovering an artifact from like a secret casino airship and beating up the evil casino baron who runs it.
That sounds fun. Yeah, I was like, that sounds fun.
But yeah, we'll probably not play it on stream and read through all of it.
It's when the reason I said that on Twitter was because I just made a Cold Steel video for a game that just came out, and I knew people would be like, am I allowed to jump into this? Like, can I play Cold Steel 3 first? To which I would love to know the answer to that question if someone wants to try that. But I was like, well, if you really want the full story experience, you can skip the Trails in the Sky the third, because you miss Kevin's stuff and you miss Ren's stuff and you miss a lot of like the kind of questions of like, why are there demon swords? And like, what's some of the deep lore of these horrible cults we'll be fighting in the next 3 games? It's like, that's all cool to know. You don't need to know it.
I think the only thing that I'm like, that I feel like I'm missing is the details of how Ren gets to where she is.
I've heard those are the most fucked up cutscenes in those games, actually.
Yeah, I hear that they're pretty rough.
I believe Jay actually, when I was like, I want to maybe read through those, and he was just like, don't read those ones. I was like, really? It's like, they're very dark.
Yeah. Like I went to Ren's like wiki page on the thing, and it's like the first sentence just spoils it right away. And I was like, oh, really? Jesus God, what the fuck?
Yeah. It's fucked up, and yet also probably different from what you would assume if you only played the second chapter. But
yeah, she kind of says it, but she says it while she's being snidely evil, and so it doesn't have the full weight that like it should. But
So what we're probably gonna do is take a short break, because we've been streaming every week for like 40 weeks. I think without missing
one. It's almost been a year. What?
We started in like early summer, I think, with first chapter, and then we did 4 weeks or so of Vampire, and then second chapter. Maybe we skipped a week at some point, but I don't really remember us doing it. Anyway, we're gonna skip at least a week, I think, to take a short break. What we're tentatively okay. I suggested to Austin that I would like to play on here some less dialogue reading heavy games where it'll be more like just, we're playing the game and shooting the shit. And do that for a little bit, because I think that'll be a change of pace, a palate cleanser. I checked last night. The group that made the very, very high quality fan localization of Zero no Kiseki, plans to have
all dead.
They're all dead. They plan to have their localization of Ao no Kiseki done by summer. If true, then in a few months,
big if true,
and if true and big, then in a few months we expect to eventually continue the Trails series with the never officially localized Crossbell games. Their Japanese names being Zero no Kiseki and Ao no Kiseki, and the names the localizers decided on were Trails from Zero and Trails to Azure. And I'd be very, very excited to share that with this group of people, because this time I will be the only one who knows what is happening. Austin and Jello will be spoiled on some things from playing the later Cold Steel games, but there's a lot that I think you will not know. And I think they're pretty good. I think I like the first one a little more for my money, after having just replayed this one still holds up pretty well. But Luciola sucks a lot, and Walter sucks almost as much. Like, this game definitely still has its own issues and some things that don't work. I think Zero might actually be my favorite story out of any single game.
Cool.
It's pretty cool, and it's quite different.
I think Jay said the same thing, actually.
So yeah, I hope we get to do those sooner rather than later. Basically we don't want to start them and then get stuck because the good patch for the second game isn't done yet.
Right.
There's like an old one step above Google Translate level localization, quote unquote, for the second game. It does not have turbo, and it is notably not as good in terms of how. Okay, so there's a there's a character. This should give you an idea of like the level of the localization. There's a character in the Crossbell games, a lawyer named Ian Grimwood, and in the first game they correctly localized it as like Mr. Grimwood, because like that's what you would call him if you were an English speaker. And then it was fucking hilarious getting to the second game and hearing everyone call him Lawyer Ian.
Oh God!
I love fighting. Come on,
yeah.
Lawyer Ian. God.
And I'm sure it's because they're calling him like Ian Sensei in the Japanese, and like Sensei is used for a whole bunch, like all professional
we want to
people.
Translate it.
Yeah.
We are not localizing it.
Yeah. So that's why I don't want to risk we do Zero and then we can't play the second game at the same level of quality without a long gap. So we're gonna wait, and hopefully that'll come out. I really want to play those games. And we haven't really decided what we're going to do in the meantime, but we're probably not going to just stop for months. We'll see.
Yeah. We'll see. There's probably we could probably build up a little list between Star Selves and figure out what we want to do. But yeah. In the meantime, I guess we should look at fan art real quick.
Oh yeah.
And get skedoodling.
Let's skedoodle.
Because we do have an Imgur. Let me grab. What? What? Do it.
All right. Stop.
Yeah, I forgot you're not the fan of those. Okay. Get the
fuck out.
Yeah, I found it.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad you found it because
I got
Discord has
Okay.
decided.
Here we go. Firefox.
Oh, unfortunately, Theodora Vampire is not the character in the second game. She died at the end of the first one, if you recall.
What?
I have no idea.
In the what do you call it? For fucking vampire.
Yeah, no, she died? I thought the whole
She was beheaded.
No, she wasn't. It was it was the
No. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I was thinking of someone else. She just got staked. You're right.
Yeah.
My mistake. You're right.
They definitely implied that she was going to be kept alive as like a pawn or something, but whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, spoilers for the vampire. Fuck, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, whatever.
We're gonna go through these real quick. First, from Transbun, a continued happy birth month to Mo and Aram, and also me.
Oh yeah.
It's our birth month. From Lester 2020. Everything's according to plan, Grandmaster Dorothy.
Oh, that is not what I'm seeing.
That's not what I have at
Oh?
all. That's
Okay, let me refresh.
Really? I'm just
Are there
looking at
multiple
your-
different imagers? Hang on.
I just
linked the Scrubadubs one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, my bad.
Oh,
I
whoops.
found
I was
one.
just
I
looking at
found
the
one
screen
in
share.
the fan art channel. No, I still see them in that order. All right, well, we're going by my order because I'm the one who's streaming.
What? Okay, yeah.
Let me click on to yours.
A continued happy birth month to Mo and Aram. It is weird because you'd think this one would be at the end, but it has shown up here. So from Lester 2020, everything's according to plan, Grandmaster Dorothy, as I mentioned earlier. From Ziggy, point of view. You are Cassius Bright, and you've just met your daughter after she's been out traveling for a few months. Joshua trusted you. I thought I could too. So why in bloody hell does everyone know you? From Ziggy. You passed the final trial. Excellent, excellent. The final trial. Giant robot. From Lester 2020. Thank you for the gift sub. How dare you? That was my gift sub. Thank you for the raid, Jello. How dare you? That was my raid. Thank you, Lester 2020. From Transbon. Organ enthusiast. You claim humanity can stand against forces larger than it? Show me proof you can stand against despair. Atty, you know my dad.
This is almost perfect. Love the quote tweets ratio. It is missing the replies, show all replies, 250.
Ziggy. From Ziggy, when Cassius Bright steals another victory. From Ziggy. Why would mankind do this? From Lester 2020. Kevin Graham, the heretic hunter and Gralsritter's fifth dominion. Am I stoned or salty?
You're salty.
Salty. And from Lester 2020. And what in the heck are you doing here? Someone took my request and just deleted Cassius Bright.
That's a top tier edit right there.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Drags Lair. Ren!
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is like the inverse
Where is
Ren
she?
edit.
Yeah.
We've removed the character you didn't want in this scene. Well, the order may or may not have been wrong, but I hope everyone's were in there.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you for the Imager Transbon.
Looks like
Transbons is the one that I used.
solid guess.
Yes.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
And I see you updated it to be in the right order at 7:46, but I didn't see that one. Whoopsie doodle. Well, that's fine. Goodness. It's been a long time coming, but that'll be it for Trails in the Sky. Thanks, everyone who followed with us on this JRP journey. And thanks, Austin, Angelo, and Mo for reading along with me.
Yeah. This was fun.
And so, until we see you for Trails from Zero someday, say goodbye to chat, everyone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Toodles.